Oh, Christiane's on if you want to say hi. Monica's here. Okay, I had to make sure I unmuted the correct thing.
I love the little guys!
Yeah!
Oh!
Well, I needed the transparency,
so
so I could put them all in the...
I love the little Okay, there.
Keep it in my head, too.
So I can put them all in the... Oh no, I forgot to mute the stream. There we go. Alrighty. Technical difficulties always.
Always.
Welcome back. And, of course, other technical difficulties, just because I haven't gone to the top of the thing with the stuff and things.
The stream.
Warriors of Eastmount, session 14. We're calling this one the Wizard's Road. Umbra is grabbing snacks, but we figured we already moved the... We've already... Oh, jeez. I'm not going to shit over in real life. We've already moved the stream up a bit, so might as well get going here. Everybody is on tonight. We've got this fantastic character art all over here, and I'm terrible with names, so I forget the at.
By @Sinzinth.
Sinzinth.
SINZINTH.
True. If you check the Guys Gone Wild Mount Twitter, that's probably the last thing I said, unless somebody pissed me off and I had to say something. But, you know, that's Twitter. That happens regularly.
There they are.
I try to keep it on the alt account that's just like me saying fuck you to transphobes a lot.
I come back saying fuck you to transphobes. This is a good time.
Plan A. Always plan A. So... Last we left off, a series of things has happened. The Charlie did some stealing. A session or two ago, the magic item that you all had allowed Orin to have, this like headband of some kind, had been swiped. A dragon tooth was removed from Lucian in her attempts to abandon the evil dragon cult. That was apparent. She was unaware she was a part of. Just unobservant of everyone going, yes, we will follow Tiamat, and the blood of our enemies will go, and it's like la da da punching stuff.
I get to punch stuff with fire. Nice. I will cease to listen to you after this. No consequences.
You can punch to burn your enemies and torture them. You're like, yeah. Yeah, that was kind of the vibes we had going on. But Dragon Tooth stolen, you all had an audience with the Master, who is in charge of this town. Through some high rolls on deception checks and some equally low rolls on insight checks on his part, you all managed to get through unscathed with only light trauma to some innocent NPCs you had run across. But you have currently made your way back to the tavern that is set up to accommodate adventurers. And you have all gone to bed for the evening. Sonari in particular, we kind of left off with you finding the bouquet of lavender and a wanna fuck note that is apparently from the barkeep, who you had tipped a platinum earlier in the day.
Wow, I really fucked around last week, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Really, shit got
Honestly,
weird.
gotta keep it interesting.
No brain cells from Tay.
Sonari is laying in bed, I assume, with like the nicely scented room, thanks to this fresh bouquet. Anything you'd like to do or accomplish before going to sleep?
No, not really. I'm gonna lay in bed.
Always got to give people the option. Charlie, you are sitting in your room. I imagine just sort of like cross-legged on the bed, kind of taking inventory of the things you have swiped recently. There is this kind of silvered headband with a single small gem that would sit at the center of the head, as well as this dragon tooth. Anything you would like to do with them as you're just looking at them?
I want to put on the headband and see what it can do. Partially because I totally forget what it can do.
All right. So you put on...
Orin...
Orin and Ravi were set up to share a room that evening.
Yeah, I was just going to ask if he had identified it.
I believe he had at one point and said, oh, I think this is for me, and people were like, yeah, take it. So he never actually had... I don't think he had to actually explain. So, Charlie, make an intelligence saving throw.
Saving throw?
Saving throw?
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Well, I thought rogues had proficiency in those.
In saving throws? No, against being frightened.
Ah.
9.
9.
Hmm.
Okay. You sit with this headband for a good hour, just trying to meditate on it and think through it and figure out what's going on with it. There's like a voice in the back of your head for a moment that just nags at you a little bit.
Apologies for vanishing.
There's what?
My dad has asked me to do a thing. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Gotcha.
Has the headband given you a conscience?
You're not there.
Alright.
You have just remembering the things you've done for the day, how you kind of almost got the party killed and almost definitely got a child in an extreme amount of trouble with someone who seems to be pretty dangerous. Just the innocent kid of a traveling merchant is probably gonna need some kind of therapy or something. Rappy's like, I guess that was Jonah technically. And that's just the tooth, which you're looking at it and you're like, all right, this could maybe be carved into a dagger, but I mean, it's just like a material out of something's head. It's not crazy powerful or anything. Thinking on the headband, you're remembering the moments of Orin like helping you yell out and like, yeah, just sort of like a weird like wizard kid. But you are thinking about how he hasn't said anything yet, and you wondering kind of what that means more than anything. And then you go into a bit of a spiral of the things that you're remembering that were pretty shitty and whether or not you want to follow through on that kind of thing. Your intelligence is set at 19, and you have anxiety.
I feel like Charlie already did. But
No, yeah, it's just much
now.
worse because now you like
Yeah.
can know everything. That's just me knowing.
Now you're
experience.
smart enough to realize it.
Now that you know all these things, everything sucks.
But
Yeah.
my intelligence is
Your
19.
intelligence is 19.
Which makes me the smartest person in the party.
Easily.
Therefore, you all
Damn
have to
it.
listen to my dumb ideas now.
No, I don't.
You have high intelligence and high intelligence induced anxiety.
Same.
Yeah, same. Gifted kids with problems. Woo. So, Ravi,
Yes.
you make it over to bed, the sort of the double room that you and Orin had gotten set up for. You're up for a little while. You're getting yourself situated to get to sleep. You haven't seen Orin yet. Last you saw of Orin, one of the other group had gone to like tail him and was like keeping an eye on Orin. And then you all went about the rest of your day.
He said he was gonna meet us back here, yeah?
Yeah, he had said something to that effect.
I don't like this. I get up.
It's gotten
I'm gonna go to...
It's gotten late enough to be mildly concerning to
Yeah.
what's going on.
I'm gonna go knock on Sonari's door.
Sorry, you have a knock at the door. Make an insight check for me.
Oh no! I did not mean to trigger this, but...
You are muted at the moment, though.
Mouths, am I?
Mouth.
There you are.
Okay, well, it's not negative. It is an 18.
Oh,
So
okay.
I just hear the door lock.
the thought occurs to you, like, oh no, the bar guy came by, and be like, I'm gonna have to actually make a decision on this. But then you kind of you see the shadow of like much smaller feet at the door, and you're like, oh, this was probably Ravi.
Of like dancer feet.
Yeah.
Alright. Open the door. Yes?
Have you seen Oren? When was the last time you saw him?
Last time I saw him was it leaving the bar? It was leaving.
Leaving the
It
bar
was
over
leaving.
at the stables.
Yeah.
He hasn't shown up in the room yet.
Did he tell you
Did-
where he was going?
No, he said he was going to find somewhere to keep the donkey in the cart for the night. But
Oh no.
that was the last I spoke to him. You noticed the one person tail him, right?
Yes.
I say that in a hushed tone.
I did catch that.
I think he might be in trouble.
Should we get everyone else?
I mean,
Look for him now.
we can do a little sleuthing first, and then
Alright.
we are the smartest in the party, honestly.
Well, hush tones.
And the
We'll
sneakiest.
figure it out. Yes.
We could start to see if he found somewhere to put the donkey.
I was thinking we check downstairs first.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Oh, you lead.
lead Sonari if I can down to the
Yeah.
the door,
So I imagine
do the knock.
puts on her glasses and grabs her axe and starts walking down. You head downstairs. There is like the open bar area and like kind of sort of like, you know, bar and eating area. It's set up to be an adventurer's kind of tavern.
Do I see him?
Looking around, no. There is the guy working the bar. The one who dropped off the lavender. He kind of gets a smile. It's like,
Oh, god damn it.
need
I'll go
a
up to him.
nightcap or
No, the short one, the one with the armor. Did you see him come in tonight?
I thought they went by they pronouns. I believe their room's upstairs on the left.
No, the one with the metal armor.
Oh, the
I think he had an
dwarven
axe.
fellow.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since noon, afternoon, something like that.
Thanks. I won't go back.
Right.
I'll hold on. Let me check something. He kind of just leans around the corner. He's like, Elise, and you hear a woman be like, "Oi, the dwarven wizard fellow. Did he stop in?" A half elven woman comes from the back. And he's like, "Oh yeah, he asked about the wizard's road. Wondered if it was pretty safe, and I told him about it and what's going on."
I'm just looking for him.
I mean, he asked about the road. I didn't ask a lot of questions back. He just wanted to know if it's safe to travel. Come to think of it, he asked if it was safe to travel at night.
Yeah.
Which it generally is. A lot of adventurers go up and down through there, so not many
Yeah.
monsters tend to build up on that.
Mm.
Not many like beastly random attacky ones, anyways.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And I'll put a silver piece on the table.
You kind of like, she kind of looks at the guy and is just like, and she takes it. It's like, do you need a coffee or a late night snack or anything?
I'll be all right.
Yeah, good.
And I'm going to head out of the tavern now.
Good. Sonari backing up.
Yeah. Do you think he just left?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, he seems
He's
pretty
been
eager to
talking.
leave.
Yeah, exactly. I did see where he was supposedly boarding the horses, right?
Yeah, you saw
Or
that spot.
the donkey.
Mhm.
The one donkey.
The single donkey.
I would like to head in that direction.
Yeah, not that far. Head over. It's mostly boarded up at this point. But there you can see a light that's inside one of the doors through some of the cracks in the wood.
Kind of like, is there like a window I can peek through?
Yeah. you taking a look in. There, it looks like there is a flickering candle, and somebody's just sort of like reading a book. They seem to be in their like going to bed attire, with some sort of like cup of slightly warmed liquid. It's like somebody's having an evening read and sip of tea or something.
I'll tap on the window, just ting ting ting.
You kind
And
of
then,
look
like-
up. Okay. Closes the book, picks up the candle, and heads over to the door. Opens it up. Can I help you?
A dwarven fellow, about that tall, wearing armor. You met him today? Yes.
Couple. Talking about the one with the red hair, or the one the wizardy boy?
The wizardy one.
Ah, yes. We got his animal fed and cleaned and went about his day.
Is it still here?
No, went about his day. Like,
No, the animal.
no, we. Sorry, it's late. We fed the animal, cleaned it, cleaned the cart, usual services. He paid and left. We're going about his day. Sometime in the afternoon.
All right. Thank you. You've been very helpful, and I'll put a silver piece in his hands as well.
Hey, thank you. Good evening.
Evening.
Hmm.
Damn it.
Closes the door.
So what did I miss?
Alright, so we've got an escaped dwarf on our hands with
I
most
never-
of our supplies, I believe. Because I assume most of our supplies were on that cart.
The
You all
cart
have
still.
your like individual backpack supplies,
Right.
which you
Okay.
all have over in your rooms. So there wasn't really anything in the cart that was like yours
Okay.
specifically.
Yes, but he took the cart,
You did take the cart.
which we needed.
Nah, not
Wanted.
necessarily.
Hey, do
Okay.
you?
You're not there.
Would you like to walk through? Am I hungover, by the way?
You are asleep in a bed.
It's
Oh.
still nighttime. We haven't
Oh,
gone to
I thought
bed
it was
yet.
the day after.
Nah.
Most of us were
We-
walking anyway. We just needed it for our gold.
Yeah, most likely.
Which I think we
And
just
now we have a
turned
bag
into
of holding.
platinum. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Did somebody
Sorry,
buy the
Chris?
bag of holding?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robbie
That
did.
does exist.
Is Robbie holding it?
I got it
I
on.
wasn't sure. Okay.
Yeah, I probably grabbed it and
Okay.
then taking it with me.
Stuffed your backpack in the bag. Bagception.
Okay.
No, don't do that.
Sack of sacks. I can make a sack of sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but don't put it back.
Well, no,
Well,
but I can put a backpack in a bag of holding. That's fine.
It's backpack.
Arrowhead of total destruction. I'll tell you about that later.
Anyways, so
Yeah.
you all sit frustrated kind of in the evening. There's some light cloud work making its way past the moon. The two of you make a perception check.
Okay. 13.
Not great. 9.
9.
No,
Yeah. It's just getting a little. The air's getting a little chilly. You're all getting a little tired. It's. You understand what's happened. He left. Didn't say goodbye.
Yeah.
Bonded with our cart.
Seems kind of reasonable, honestly.
Reasonable, but I just. I did
on
think he'd say
principle.
goodbye.
Didn't.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if you did either. Those two are a lot to handle.
The two chaosless humans.
Yeah.
He wasn't even around for the last couple of hours too. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
We could do something about it, but
it's getting late.
it's getting late and I don't really feel like it.
Anyways, he's on the cart.
He's kind of right.
Yeah.
Like this This group isn't exactly everyone looking out for each other. Um, I
Yes.
think the cart and the donkey are almost payment for the trauma we've inflicted on that poor guy.
I agree. Should we?
So then we don't tell the others?
Should we tell? Yeah. What should we tell the others about him leaving?
Um, I mean, we could just tell them the truth.
Yeah.
Tell them we're not going after him. I mean, you and I aren't, I assume.
Yeah. We are. And I feel like some people might want the cart back, but
There wasn't really anything of value on it.
we have everything we need. We
And also just tell them that we met him.
left
we
early
said
in the
goodbye.
morning before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say that. If anything, I might see him again.
We might see him again one
We're heading
day.
in the same direction.
And we didn't want to ruin any relation. Didn't want to burn any bridges.
Yeah.
And we can leave it at
Give him
that.
the cart. Yeah. I'm good with that.
Over a cart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
You all
Don't catch that guy though.
you all head
Yeah.
back.
I mean, I would like the gold piece return for it, but that's for another day.
You all kind of walking back over towards the tavern entrance. You see Elise. It looks like she's like smoking a pipe outside the front door. You know, has like a small blanket over, just like, find your friend.
More or less.
It's tough. You all got in a fight, I take it, and felt like they had to take off.
More or less.
Yep. Yeah, when friends come to blows, somebody's gonna end up leaving.
Not much we can do about it, except try to be better.
Just don't give your friends any more black eyes, and they'll probably stick around.
Wait, did he have a...
He had a black eye.
Yeah, I assumed you all got in a fight, and that's why he was leaving.
Oh, not like literally. Not like physically a fight.
Oh. I mean, somebody gave him a pretty good shine.
Well, that changes things.
Did he seem? What was he? Was he afraid as he was asking you, or when he was leaving, or was it?
No,
Can you tell me anything?
He
His temperament.
seemed sad. Gave me the vibe that he got in a fight with his
Sad.
friends and
Huh.
decided to really go on his own.
I have a theory.
So I didn't want to press. Wasn't really my business. I didn't want to press for more information.
It's alright.
Thank you, Fair.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
So, like, once we're inside and away from her,
Right.
I'll say to Sonari, I have a theory. I
Mm,
think that guy that followed him may have threatened him or something
Yeah.
because of
That
us.
makes sense.
Still, it's still our fault.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
But
Probably just.
intimidated him, told him to leave.
Yeah. Left.
Didn't want to
yeah,
be associated with us anymore.
And he was alone here. Would it have been very if he felt unsafe?
Yeah,
Didn't want to be
I don't
known.
think that really changes things for us, though.
Yeah.
Maybe we can knock a few heads together for him, but
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
not tonight.
He wants to leave. Apparently, he didn't seem threatened to leave, from what we heard. I think. So.
Well, I think probably what happened was because he was associated with us,
Mhm.
he was intimidated,
Yeah.
and then was sad because being
That's what I-
associated with us got him beat to shit. And then he left. That's my theory, at least.
Yeah. Shouldn't have just left him alone. All right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can make things right.
Yeah. Apologize. Do something right
Yeah.
for him. Yeah. I don't think it changed. Yeah, we should just
We'll tell them in the
let him
morning.
go. Yeah.
Alright.
Right.
Have a good night, Sonari.
You do.
We'll split off to your rooms. Lucian, you wake up kind of middle of the night, coming out of meditation. It's maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. Sun hasn't really risen yet. Your rest is complete, essentially, due to elf shit, basically. Just kind of like get up out of the bed. It's moderately comfortable.
Morning stretches.
Right, stretches, morning workout kind of stuff. Get things loose.
Yeah.
You see the moon and the stars kind of out. Your room kind of overlooks the northern path that you all are going to be taking soon. Make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay. That is an 18. Just a flat 18.
Looking to the north, you can see some of the stars start to fade out, which kind of makes sense with a sunrise probably approaching in a couple of hours. Some of the light getting over the horizons, just blocking things out. But then you see what seems like just a rim on the bottom of the moon, and just like one little patch. You see this little rim of red up against the moon. Unsure of exactly what it means, but it's one of those very odd things to notice and then contemplate on.
That's odd. Lucine's going to take the feather that they got from the angel. I mean, they think it's an angel feather, but it's probably just a weird ass feather.
Mm.
They're gonna sit cross-legged and just think about what's happened in the past few days. The revelation that, hey, the people I spent a couple of years with thinking we're good people, surprise, they're cultists. And they're just trying to figure out how they can make amends. Just like, how do I fix this shit? Obviously not those exact words.
Sure. Yeah, make a religion check.
All right, I think I'm actually good at those.
They are intelligence based still.
I am. Oh no, but I have proficiency in them.
Ah, nice.
That's a 22.
Jeez. Specifically thinking on things you could do, the first thing that comes to mind is just healing more than you harm is sort of the thought that comes to mind. If doing more good than bad in the world. Just generally speaking. You're meditating on that, holding the feather. At a certain point, you realize that your finger hurts, and you stick in your meditation, and you keep contemplating on things you can do, and your finger just keeps hurting, and you eventually look down and see a decent amount of blood on one finger as you look down, and the feather you have used unconsciously as a quill, using your own blood as an ink, and sketched into the floor are faces, some of which you recognize. There's a dwarf with half a beard. There's a classic NPCs. There's a human you recognize from like the last bar. There's the whole adventuring party that left before you did from Lady Firehair. and then there's also Orin, and everyone except Orin at the moment has their instead of like Orin's just his face, fair detail on everything, eyes, eyebrows, all of his features. Everyone else, the eyes are just scratches instead of any kind of detail, just like shaded out eyes on everyone else.
What does that mean?
I have a feeling.
I don't.
You kind of sit there and get some pressure on your finger. It's not deep or anything. You just you hold it for a sec, and it's fine. It'll stop bleeding here in a sec.
So, oh, wait. As far as I know, are any of the people with the scratched out eyes dead?
Not as far as you know of any information of them, no. They've all... Last time you saw them, they all left and get to go do their thing.
Lucian's gonna clean up the feather and put it away, and just go out to look at the sky to calm down a bit, and try to clear their head.
Looking back at the moon, the little circle of red is no longer there as you go to look back at it. Everything seems as normal as a morning could be.
Okay. And as soon as I see anyone else at the party, I'm going to inform them of what happened.
Sure. You all would run into each other in the morning at the bar. Breakfasts are being served. There's currently no other adventuring party types in the area, so you have kind of your pick of the selection of foods.
Okay.
The same lady that Ravi and Sonari saw working last night. Notices them. He goes, muffins. I can work on some eggs if you like, and then there's bacon at the end too.
Would love some eggs.
Simple is fine.
Get some breakfast beers going too.
Two eggs would be lovely, thank you.
Yep.
Charlie just grabs a handful of bacon.
That is a mood.
Pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon.
Lucian's gonna grab some bacon and then head once they have their eggs, head to a table.
Yep. Eggs come out fairly fast. Platters are brought up. Looks like
Guys.
it's just her working at the moment.
Guys,
Yes,
ask me
Charlie.
something smart.
What's 52 times 38?
What's 10 times 10?
That one's 100. I know that one.
I feel like we all know that one.
I'm happy for me about that
Lucian,
one
did
because
you know that
Kay
one?
has dyscalculia,
Yes.
math dyslexia.
I know basic math like that.
Oh, I'm just making sure you asked.
You all do
Yeah, ask me
notice.
something smart.
You all do
about, like-
notice the blue gem on the headband on Charlie, the same that was given to Orin as his like magic item for assisting in like the adventure
Oh, you
up
did-
to that
Oh, he
point.
might have also.
Did you
I look at Sonari, and just like
commit theft again?
that might have also.
That may have done it.
No.
I don't believe you.
We...
So here, just a second. Where does fun fact? Here, let's see. Test your geography. How about? Where does the Tidendron name come from?
I don't even know what that name
Uh,
is.
Can I make a roll for that?
Yeah, make a nature check. I think.
Nature?
I don't
Wouldn't it
know.
be
I don't know what that is.
Wouldn't it be history?
That was my last name.
Oh,
That was my
Is it
surname.
history or nature?
history then.
It doesn't matter. They're both the same.
They're both +4 at this point, I imagine.
15.
We have a smart person.
You are aware of, you're thinking of Tidendron. It in particular comes up as you remember being told about new jobs being available over there when in your previous line of work, there was a destabilization that happened to what was a key diplomatic marriage between the human and elven kingdoms, which was then overthrown and by some sort of violent takeover. And your previous employer was looking for opportunities in that area, which always occur after those destabilizations.
A human and an elf got divorced. And then, like, someone else came to take it over, and then, like, thievy dudes came in and were like, "Gah, we can do work here now."
Got a 3.
Got
Didn't know what
some,
it was called.
Do we know what it was called?
Interesting.
I'll take that as a no, probably, too.
Changing the subject.
Yes.
Something weird happened to me last night. Not
When doesn't it?
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
You make a valid point. I was gonna be honest, trying to be a better person. Not always succeeding, but trying. And I was like talking to my patron. It was just not talking, just like holding my feather and meditating on how can I be a better person. And I unconsciously used my own blood as ink and the feather as a quill, and a bunch of faces got drawn, and including Orin's, and was it the current adventuring party as well?
It was the adventuring party you all saw leave from Lady Firehair a while ago.
Okay.
Uh,
Not anyone in the party.
Of the current... No, nobody from this party.
In this party.
Well, I mean, except Orin.
Was Ravi
Right.
there? Not Ravi. Fucking Razzy's character. Norvin.
No.
Okay. The half-bearded dwarf from the first town, Orin, and a couple other faces I recognized. All of them except Orin had their eyes scratched out.
That's some dark shit.
Didn't Fire Lady say that, like, no one's come back yet?
Yep. That is what she said.
Oh.
So
Wait,
maybe we should stop, like, shaking our
well-
dicks and go find Orin.
Yeah. Well, that's brings us to our point,
Oh,
Sinara and I.
Oh no.
We saw Oren last night. He was a little bit through with the party.
Understandable.
Decided to leave. And we thought it was not something to burn bridges over. To stop him.
I mean, last
But-
night's not too. We have, like, what, 8 hours? If it was last night.
Yeah, I'm now thinking that, and I point to Charlie's forehead, and probably one of your friends as well had something to do with it.
Oops.
And I also think if we don't go and get him, he might end up like the other faces on your hand, Lucien.
Not on my hand.
On the ground.
On the floor.
Yeah.
I should
Probably
probably
at least wash it.
Yes, I did. I'm not a.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
an animal.
I was just checking.
Yeah.
Leave the place better than you found it.
Yes.
One of you should probably take this shit from me anyway. It makes me sad. There, and I throw it on the table. It makes me think.
Makes you
It,
think.
it makes me feel like I'm back at the orphanage, and I don't like that. So fucking just take it.
What the circlet?
Yeah.
I mean,
Charlie, just make an intelligence check for me as you
Oh.
go to remove the
oh no,
headband.
is it cursed?
Well, I get advantage on that. Gosh, I love Lucky.
Oh yeah. Oh, because you're halfling stuff, and halfling and dagger stuff.
Intelligence with my normal intelligence or with my good intelligence?
This is as you're taking it off, so you keep your good intelligence on it.
Okay. 13.
13. You do realize that this like nagging feeling of anxiety that's developed is not like a supernatural curse or anything. It is just your brain is working more and faster, and you haven't learned how to manage that, and so it's just spiraling on things that you would already recognize and notice, but it's helpful sometimes when it's like, I remember this one quote from a book, and then it's, well, I remember this one quote from a book, and this is how that deals with my neighbor, and then this is why I'm a bad person. Like, it's just your brain just doing extra steps to everything you know.
It makes my brain work, and I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
So it's not magic anxiety, it's just normal anxiety.
It's regular anxiety induced by brain going, extra speed.
Damn.
Brain going zoom.
Same.
You mean me at 4 a.m.?
Hey.
Speaking of which, I work at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Ooh,
Oh,
we should move
gross.
on then. So the
Nah, it's fine. I wasn't
You
going to
won't
go to
say
sleep
it.
anyway. I
well, we
slept
should
in today.
anyways. So the headband is on the table. Charlie,
I
basically
took
offered
it and
up.
put it in the bag.
Do you have to attune to it?
Yeah.
Aw, I wanted to try being smart for once.
No, bad idea. Smart Lucian is cursed.
Oh, trust me, it's a terrible idea. My girlfriend.
It's
girlfriend's
weird because I only play intelligence-based characters outside of this campaign.
Fair enough. All right.
I've never played an intelligence character.
Okay. So,
Me too.
what are you all doing?
I guess we're gonna head out after eating breakfast.
I guess so.
No point in lingering around this creepy place.
Yeah. But I have a feeling we'll be back.
Unfortunately,
Call
I
it
don't.
a gut. I like tap my rapier and just like call it a gut feeling.
I like your gut feelings.
That sounded really sexual. Okay, let's go.
I don't even get.
Yeah.
I don't either.
That's more left field than
I get it,
Parmesan.
Tay. I get it.
I'm glad you get it.
This side of the.
Gross.
Anyways,
Moving on.
Grosser than Parmesan?
absolutely not.
No judgments if anybody.
I hate it.
enjoys
They don't know what it is.
They
No one
don't-
knows what it is. You made it up.
It's in the
Yeah,
chat.
we put it-
With chat's
Only
not
put it in
public.
the chat, so it's okay.
We're good.
Moving on. It could have been worse. Luckily, it wasn't. All
Would
right.
have been much worse.
So
So.
you all grab your bags, which have your basic gear and whatnots. None of you.
I would like to.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Walk up to the keep.
Yeah. At this point, it's Elise, the lady that you all. ran
Oh
into.
damn. Okay. Just asked to pass on a message. Thank you
Alright.
for the offer. I'll leave the note, slide it over. Thank you for the offer, but wasn't a good time. Maybe next time through. And I'm gonna leave.
What was
Did you
that?
just tell her that, or did
That's-
you ask for parchment?
I'm gonna tell
or-
her. I'm gonna tell her that to pass on to the barkeep that I think is actually that
Oh,
I
okay.
think was
She's like,
talking to me.
Okay, I'll pass it along.
Yep.
It's
And
gonna
I'll
be very
do the rest, yeah.
confused
What was that?
barkeep.
What was that about?
Nothing. Not much.
All right.
All right.
Charlie's just like,
Damn. Sanari got
Giggling.
game.
it works, my plan worked.
I'm
Just
gonna-
trying to, you guys just got to get your friends of 3 days late every once in a while.
I
Sometimes
made something of my prank.
It's bonding. All right.
Oh my. All right.
change a couple
Getting
letters
paid.
and it's something completely different.
So,
All right.
you all throw on backpacks, start heading out northward. You do see the road is labeled the Wizard's Road. Wizards is not possessive, so it's just plural wizards. And you all start heading northward up that way.
I'll be right back.
Do the thing. Pines kind of turned to maple after a few days of travel. Not much in the way of crazy beasts or monsters. You, at one point in the last few days, came across what looked like the remnants of an owlbear about 20 feet off the road. Looks like it'd been dead for maybe a week. Close inspection of it looks like there was some kind of a fight. Some pieces carved off of it may have been hard to tell if it was gathering meat for the rest of someone's journey. But there were Charlie notices in particular there are some patches where feathers had been taken, so somebody claimed some feathers maybe to make arrows, which makes some sense to you.
Gross.
Got
Mm,
they got
gross.
partially jumped by something and defended themselves. Question, Lucy.
Do we know how far it is between the town we were just in and the Dwarven Kingdom?
Last you all heard was 2 weeks.
Was that by cart or on foot?
You didn't ask for them to specify when you heard.
We were basically walking by foot,
Oh, yeah.
so
We were just using the cart to carry valuables.
it's fine.
People hoofing it through the countryside. Let's get a D12 roll from everybody.
Okay.
11.
Finally, I shall a use for a D12. 6.
Natural 1.
Ew.
You can't roll a nat 1 on a D12.
Sure you can. That's literally what just
I
happened.
found one.
I just associate nat 1 with attack rolls and skill checks. That's all.
Okay.
Pardon me while I just put on my travel playlist
I just need to find
of
the
copyrighted music.
thing.
The man. Menacing. Jonah, you were very menacing.
I can still hear. I'm just gonna run upstairs to make a new tea.
Oh my.
Oh,
Default
wireless
position.
wireless headphones.
Oh
Just
wait,
Heck yeah.
Oh jeez. We had like 3 abandoning the post tonight.
he forgot his drink.
Oh no. Okay.
Now I'm considering putting some spicy liquid in this.
Sonari, at one
I
point
have
in the
filled on
journey,
myself.
you all are probably about
Oh,
5
no.
days in. You're kind of taking the lead, moving forward. Make a perception check, which you have advantage on due to your glasses.
Haha.
oh, cool.
People with glasses have advantage.
My
Why?
Bluetooth
Did
does
you
not
win?
go that far.
They're just fancy glasses.
That is a 16.
Nice. You come across something that is, it goes from being extremely dark to just being grim. You see what you think is a child, impaled by a massive sword into a tree. You almost instantly notice that it's not a child; it is a fully grown halfling in adventuring attire. Looks like some studded leather armor, which you imagine is ruined at this point. Looks like hair's about mid-length with kind of like an undercut on one side, and it's just like kind of swept over the face. The body just kind of limp, laying down on the greatsword.
I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
Make an
Damn,
attack,
Charlie.
Pardon?
Make an
attack roll.
This is. I don't know how I
Dexterity
feel
now?
about this halfling. They're pretty morally ambiguous.
They're
That's the right way to say that
probably
word.
dead.
Well, they're dead.
So
No,
they're
I'm
very
meaning
neutral.
Charlie.
Our halfling, right?
Yeah, our halfling.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
What do I add to it?
Dex and person. You're just throwing a rock.
10.
10. At the distance, it kind of just like just misses very, very slightly. But there's no like reaction or anything from the halfling.
I'm going to go up to it and inspect the greatsword.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
All right.
Can we tell? Like,
Oh.
this is
Oh,
probably a traveling
I have an idea, maybe, but
person.
I think Sonari's going, what? At first glance, they're maybe like 30 feet off the road in like a small clearing where they're just like stuck to the next tree in the clearing. It looks like an adventuring type who's
We're closer
Been
to the
killed.
town we just left than we are the town that we're going to, yeah?
a little bit. You're
17.
approaching the
okay.
midway point. Lucian is moving up on it.
That is a 17 on my investigation check.
Yeah, taking a look at the sword, it does look like a great sword. It's a little, it's a little thinner than the average great sword you've seen around, but otherwise looks like a regular great sword.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the greatsword out and try to give Is the term last rites appropriate for just making sure someone just rests peacefully? Just like,
I think so.
yeah, I'm just gonna lay them down, close their eyes, and
Sure. Make a strength.
say a couple words.
Make a strength check.
Oh no, I'm not good at those.
Dex monk, not strength monk.
Yeah, 15's not bad. 16 minus 1.
You have to kind of like wedge it a little bit and pull, but it does come out. The body just flops up to the ground. Then you
Flops
sort of,
is a good
What
word
was
too.
it impaled on again?
a great sword.
Oh, great. The
Like a
great
great
right,
sword
Pull that
ran
out,
through
okay.
them and then into a tree, and was then left. You kind of get a kind of a close look at the body and get it kind of set up in like a respectful manner. What's up, Rappy?
Is this one? Are they the only one?
Yeah, it's just taking a quick look around, but you don't see anybody else or anything else around.
Range. Did they have, like, anything on them, like a note? Or
They
like...
seem equipped for travel,
Some-
so you go take a rummage through the pockets and stuff.
Mostly to see if like there's some sort of like message that someone left on this person. Just this lone person impaled onto a tree.
Sure. All right. So
Yeah.
Ravi starts looking through the body. What's Sonari doing?
Can I see if there are any indications that this was like in ambush or?
Just looking
like,
for signs
the
of,
situation,
of an
yeah,
attack.
yeah.
Yeah, make a survival check.
Nice. Nice.
Love that. 17.
17. Having a look around, you see some mild signs of battle, like spots in the ground where the grass has been like cut, and there's like a little cut into the dirt, and places like you see a log that like a small log that must have gotten bumped as it's rotated in a weird way as far as like where the moss is on it. So you imagine there was a fight, but it doesn't look like there was like a huge ambush necessarily. Just like there was a fight right around here, right by this tree. Lucien, yeah.
Is this face one of the faces I recognize from the drawings?
It is. It is one that was not part of the party necessarily that you remember from the group. It is one of the other like random faces that was in the collage.
Guys,
Yeah.
this might confirm it. This is one of the people. This is one of the people that I saw in one of the drawings.
Oh.
Not making me feel any better about Orin.
Not me either, my friend.
Oh,
That's kind of
God.
yucky.
Let's have Charlie
Gotta
make a
find him
history
soon.
check.
Charlie.
The ghost of Charlie.
I'm just gonna clean off the blade. Just
Uh,
wipe it off.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was peeing.
Ah!
What was it?
History check.
Okay, well,
No
advantage
longer
on it
wearing
now.
Advantage, yeah.
Damn,
Ah,
two nat
damn, that
ones
was
already.
5.
Ooh.
With advantage, 5.
Oh no, sorry, 6.
6.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely win.
It's a, I mean, it was a DC 5 check. So, you know, there you go. Charlie, you see Lucien cleaning off the blade. The bits of like blood and dirt that are like left on the edge getting pulled off. But then you take a look at it and you recognize the design of the blade. This is a halfling sword, except that makes no sense due to the size and proportion of it. It is definitely a great sword. It is like a halfling's great sword.
Like sized for a halfling or greatsword?
Not particularly sized for a halfling. Lucien, make a perception check.
Okay.
There's either a really big halfling or a really strong halfling
That's a
somewhere near here.
dang it went off. That's a 25.
A 25 is excellent. So you notice pretty much right away as you're cleaning off the blade, it is much lighter than you expect. You've held greatswords before. This is not weighted as a greatsword. This would not be considered a heavy weapon, despite its size as being a greatsword. And then you also notice a couple of little markings that are in the that are made in like the hilt of it, and they're just like personalized like marks that someone would have made. But you notice the same marks made like patterned on what is remains of the studded leather armor that the halfling was wearing, and you make the connection that this was that halfling's sword, and that halfling liked using a great sword, and jeez, oh, they're back.
I'm gonna give it a couple swings.
You give it a couple swings. It feels like something you're not particularly proficient in, but it is lighter than you expect.
No.
Monk greatsword. The most
not a monk
horrifying thing. Is there a sheath nearby that I can just put it in, just to keep it safe?
Yeah, having a look around, you do find what looks like a sheath that's like in the grass, relatively nearby.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sheath it and strap it to my back, I guess.
Gotcha. I don't know what Tay is doing. I just hope it doesn't violate terms of service.
TOS!
TOS, no!
TOS, open up!
So,
New version of FBI.
but yeah, you all watch as Lucian sheathes this great sword after giving it a few swings. Yeah, that's where you're at. Ravi, you do find you find two halves of a journal that this blade went right through.
Cool.
Very difficult to read anything in it.
Very bloody.
It's quite bloody. You do recognize that this seems like there was a fight and somebody got this blade away from this halfling and then ran them through with it.
You heard him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her
Damn.
own blade.
How poetic.
You would have found a holy symbol in the pocket as well.
Do I know of which deity?
Yeah, weirdly, you're expecting a halfling deity, but or like a halfling specific deity, but it is a Palor holy symbol.
Yeah.
Not unheard of for halflings to worship Palor.
I mean, Jonah knows that.
Yeah.
Does Ravi?
Yeah, that's pretty
What's
common
Ravi's
knowledge.
understanding of Pelor like? Oh,
Palor is like the go-to deity, especially from where you're from.
Yep. Especially in the Exandrian sense.
Right. It's like if somebody came to me and be like, you know, evangelicals? I'm like, I'm American.
Yeah.
Yes, I know what those are.
Yes.
So there's no like hyper details you're trying to remember about the religion, but you know it exists and people follow it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the ruined form of a follower of Palor that apparently preferred greatswords had this one
we keep
made,
that.
or had it in their personal collection, and Lucian now has it on her back. So,
I can throw it in the bag if you want.
Nah.
All right. I assume we travel onwards.
Yes.
with no other checks or
don't
anything, you
think-
all start
unless-
moving along.
Does anyone have anything else they want to do?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. Moving onward. Is Tay okay? I didn't catch anything.
Is Tay alright? Yeah.
I'm fine.
And-
I turned on the microwave and everything got out, but I'm fine. I've been listening.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the house?
Yeah. I feel that.
Oh my. Yeah, there's probably a breaker down there that needs to be like back to.
Breaker
Oh,
19.
no, not the house,
Breaker
just
19.
the internet. The
Oh, okay.
Oh.
the microwave messes with our internet.
Oh, is it gonna come back?
Because that
Oh,
makes so much
it's
sense.
back. It's just upstairs.
I see.
All right. While modems reboot, we'll move on. So. Cat. Surprise, cat.
Yeah, I'm at my parents. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
You all keep traveling northward a bit. there's a there is a small sign that is set up next to a tree, like on your next day's travel, and it says 1 day march away, and it says Bruna's Midway Hospitality and Hospitality and Horses is the name of the thing, but it says
Hospitality.
Hospitality. Master of Hospitality.
Horsitality.
But yeah, there seems to be some sort of sign saying within a day's march there's a place to camp kind of thing, like a midway inn that's set up. Not totally unheard of for adventurer heavy roads.
Yeah.
Not behind horses, as in like places to put your like stables for the horses, or places like you can get a horse.
There is no further information on
Horses.
this random sign.
Got it.
This does not help. It just says
I was
horses.
wondering if I would know that by like what it's, but yeah.
Right.
Okay. Onward.
Onward.
Horse.
Doing that.
Watch out, horse girls.
I
Oh
have
no!
a girlfriend.
Oh my.
Horse girls are terrifying. I used to have a crush
I
on one
speak
in
from
high school.
experience.
My
Yes.
partner used to be a horse girl.
Oh no.
Current. Anyways.
Are we waiting for Tay?
No.
No, take
Oh,
it.
right.
It's
Wait.
technically
Okay.
here.
Waiting
Continue
for a
No,
on.
keep going. I can hear you. I burnt the popcorn.
You burnt the
Oh.
no. Congrats, that smell will be around forever.
Yeah.
All right, tangents aside,
Whoops.
you all get moving. By the evening, you do find a spot where trees have been cleared out. There are fences that are established. There are not currently any horses in view, as it has gotten to just past dusk. But you can see some lights on at a little sort of like cottage cabin that is set up. It looks like it's got plenty of rooms for 5 to 10 people could bunk for a stay. And there is a middle-aged to slightly older woman on the porch, like that is like actually like on an actual like porch swing, and seems to be sipping on some sort of drink, looking at the road as you all are kind of come around the bend and look in at this fairly random house in the middle of the woods. People approach. There is a wave as you all are kind of clear the bend.
Evening.
Hello. Aren't
Hey,
you,
you see
all
like
precious?
have you seen like a little like dwarf kid with a donkey and a cart?
Aye, he stopped by a day ago. Just on his tail if you're looking for vengeance or something.
No, not vengeance. Just
None of that
Like
here.
opposite, actually.
I don't know if you all have beef with each other or anyone else who might stop in for the night, but no blood spilled on my land.
See,
Yeah,
now I'm
no,
just
we're
picturing.
not.
Now I'm just picturing like Hateful Eight, you know.
If you've got a problem, you take it out to the road. That's my rule.
End of the
Do our
way,
best.
don't give up the drive.
So, quite simple. 5 gold gives you a few nights, whatever you need to make yourselves feel good from the long road, and you all move about your business.
I'm sure we'll be heading out in the
I would
morning,
refresh your
but-
horses, but it looks like you've not got any.
Do you have horses to sell?
I do. They're
Oh.
pawned up for the evening, but they're here.
How
they're for sale.
many?
They're a little hard to come across sometimes, so I overcharge a bit. You understand? Middle of the woods and all.
How much?
How many?
Horse on
I've
horse on horse.
got 2 I could saddle up tomorrow. One's got a little injury on its leg. I'm not gonna let him go for a couple of weeks while he heals up.
That's fair.
As he flips to the equipment
could-
section. That's
I looked at everyone's like, we could double up.
That's what I was thinking.
Elves are light, right?
The big inn and the small one, and then
Yeah.
me and Lucian.
And then
probably.
the two average-sized people.
Yeah.
It's
I like that could work.
300
All
gold
right.
for the two.
For the two?
For the two. If you
All
need
right.
a
That's not.
if you need a
I believe-
military saddle for each, that's another 50. If you need regular saddles, that's another 15.
Regular saddles, I
So
believe.
330.
330.
Yes. How does that
I'm
divide
getting
by
it. I'm getting
four?
it.
The horses themselves is 75.
82 gold.
No,
All right.
the horses themselves are 300 for the two.
Yeah, I'll pitch that. I'll pitch in 82.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And then I'll do the. I'll make up the difference.
Hopefully
Jeff.
we'll.
So everyone
Ouch.
marks off 82, except for
And then
Ravi
I think
marking off
it's-
extra.
84, I think, for me.
Cool. So Lucian, Sonari, and Charlie all mark off 82 gold. And that's 20
And
gold
then-
for the four of you for a night, or for a couple of nights. Tomorrow we can
have-
have you get to know the horses, make sure they're comfortable, get them paired with you. I have some apples that'll serve that pretty well. You have to chop them up first. I don't want any horses choking before they get off my property. Sound fine?
Sounds
Sure.
great. Thank
Yep.
you.
All right. Any royalty among you? Or are you all good with common rooms?
Common is fine.
I believe yes.
Please, common room.
I kind of like.
Robbie has a
Look
look
at
for a
Robbie.
second, and then like
I feel,
looks to see if anyone notices, and then like.
I feel like everyone just looked at Ravi.
Let's have Robbie make a deception check.
Okay.
We were.
Do they know I'm
We
like,
get to. We were
royalty,
there
or
for.
do they just know that I'm like?
Everyone
pants.
knows you're noble,
Fancy.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were in the room for.
Then I won't really bother, if
Okay.
they know I'm noble.
All right. Yeah. So everyone kind of catches the hesitation of Robbie, but then says common room's fine.
It's less like hesitation, more like he's like, well, I am royalty, but like I don't care. I like
Mm.
don't care enough to pay
We're
more.
not gonna.
I finally used the gold that I turned into silver, that I turned from silver
Nice.
from the tower.
Nice, nice.
It was almost the perfect amount.
Okay then. So you all get room keys. Ravi, there's sort of a pause, and then like she sort of sorts through some room keys and goes, "Well, can I trust you to have the room overlooking the barn?"
Yes.
Good.
I mean, to be honest, probably between us, probably the best option.
I'm right here.
I said
Yeah,
that
it's
quietly.
True.
The
Fair.
pirate and the thief.
I didn't say you're wrong. I just said I'm right here. I'm trying to be better, okay?
I did say it quietly, but
This is fair.
Advantage on insight checks.
yes, I can be trusted with
Mhm.
that one.
Very good.
In fact,
Hands
I'll
over.
probably be keeping an eye on it for you from those two.
I'd appreciate that. All right. Well, breakfast in the morning. Anything else? There's an awkward pause. I don't know what all of you need.
I know.
I just
No, we're
take the
good.
key and like walk to my room.
I wasn't even planning on doing anything.
That sounds like bullshit.
I do like the raised eyebrows at Charlie.
You all go in.
I have
There is a
Several items that would say otherwise.
there's a small fire going and like a stove with the metal tube of which is kind of goes up into a wall. Stonework around it so that it's not direct contact with the wood. Everybody gets kind of shown over to their rooms on different parts of the house. So now you're kind of by the front door. Charlie, you're like back by the stairs. Lucy, and you're kind of like around a corner behind the stairs. Ravi gets taken upstairs. Ravi, you've got kind of a nice room. It's overlooking the barn area. You do
Nice.
see the pipe that is for that wood stove downstairs, does run through the room in the corner, and then like seemingly up out of the house. So it's pretty nice and toasty in the room you've got.
It's not because I'm noble. It's just because I'm better than you.
Oh, say that to Lucian's face.
Say that to my face. Okay.
Say that to Lucian's face, and you will receive a bow staff.
That's out of character.
I'm aware. Just warning.
She goes, all right, and it kind of everybody's like, have a good night, and then Ravi's the last one and goes, you have a pleasant evening.
Thank you.
If it gets, I have to keep the stove going to keep the rest of the house warm, but you can crack the window if you need to if it gets a little too warm.
I appreciate that.
There's tea and probably some scones in the morning, and we'll look
Sounds
forward
wonderful.
to seeing all of you then.
Have a pleasant night.
Good day. Shuts the door and walks out. So what's we'll go around starting with Sonari. What's Sonari doing? Just bend down reading a book or
Yeah, probably just like go over the book Ori gave me again.
yes. You have marked down which one that is.
Yeah, that should be the noble
Horse one.
preference for equestrian.
Really? Yeah.
preferences. Yeah.
Just studying
Yeah.
and cramming by the night before.
Make a history check.
Okay.
I need to cram. Pop quiz in the morning.
Yeah, I closed off, I think.
Oh god, I just thought of a terrible curse. Curse of the pop quiz.
History.
Oh.
Woo, plus 4. A 19.
19. You almost specifically do a quick flip through looking for, because this is all about equestrian stuff, and this lady sells horses in the middle of the woods. You do find a reference to a Bruna in the outside of Dwarven kingdoms, and she's well known for selling well-bred horses for conflict. Not like war, so they're riding horses that can still be okay in like combat scenarios. She breeds them.
Nice.
She will buy. There's tales of the. There was sort of the person who wrote the book is a little talking down to her about it, but like grudging respect about how she will purchase injured horses from adventurers because they survived and they might be injured too much to serve as mounts anymore, but she still is able to then breed them to make lines of horses that are able to handle themselves in sort of in those combat scenarios. And so there's some
genetic
respect for the
diversity.
business model of having a cheaper they say a lower breed of horse than risen to their occasions. But the news of this lady had made its way into tomes.
Cool.
Charlie,
Like
what are
it to
you
know.
up to?
Just being sad, and like I just like found out, like it really just sunk in that like Mangrog's like actually dead. So I'm dealing with that.
And also, Ori leaving is your fault.
I also almost hurt another kid, so like yeah, kinda.
Yeah, keep you away from the orphanages. Bad things
Keep you-
to happen. to
Technoblade
kids.
moment.
I was.
Lucian, what are you up to as you're got your room to yourself?
Lucian's gone, sat down to meditate and is sort of kind of reminiscing on the past and how she got here and is thinking about a couple very specific people. It's just. She both misses them and also is curious where one of them has ended up.
Interesting. Ravi.
Where's Zaratos? Oh! You said his name and it banished him like a spell.
I think he was banished slightly before that, but yes. That is concerning. Let's get
Oh, Robbie's back.
well, in the meantime, everybody can roll a d4 for me.
Don't you hate it when you karate chop your earbuds, which then closes your laptop?
Right?
Ooh, that's a 1.
4.
Also a 1.
Nice.
Ooh!
Wait, what did Charlie have?
4.
Cool. And Ravi, you're back. So, and what are you doing with your even yourself? It is starting to get. She warned you about this. It's starting to get kind of hot in the room, and
Yeah, I
there's a
cracked the
stove going.
window. Ravi like cracks the window instantly.
Right. Yeah, starts to get some air in there and cool down. There's a you hear just like you can hear that there's animals in the barn over there. There's no like violent screeching or anything. There's just
I smell them too.
not really. It's far enough out that it's set up where you don't really smell that much.
I was like, does Ravi suffer the smell, or the heat?
right.
Good smell. Animals? Good smell.
Not to nobility.
Depends on your perspective, I'm sure. I would like.
He's just gonna.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's Ravi do?
He's just gonna kind of like look at that headband and think about what to do about Charlie. And that's it. I'll put the headband away.
Don't be a narc.
There's a. Let's have Ravi make a history check for me.
Ooh. Not bad. 18.
There's a well-known trend in most adventuring circles that makes its way to the ears of anyone who might deal with adventurers, nobles who might hire them for quests, wizards who need them to go hunt down ancient scrolls. Everybody kind of knows the one rule: you need thieves and skilled people that steal things for your groups. That's a necessary person to have around, and often a very useful and very amazing person to have around. So the one rule that all thieves have with each other and with adventuring groups is you never steal from people that are in the party. That is a way to get blacklisted from ever getting to pair with adventurers again. There are many tales of thieves who stole one too many times from the group, and the group didn't cover for them, and they were on solo missions the rest of their lives, often leading to very short lives.
Technically, I didn't steal from the group.
Orvin was part of the group.
At the time.
Like, briefly.
He was part of the group.
There's a-
Absolutely, Orin was
was absolutely part of the
part of
group.
the group longer than I was.
Also, you're not
Exactly.
given the tooth back that I'm trying to use to make amends.
There's a there's a slight there's a technicality about was he part of our group or were we contracted by him for a mission and then he was just walking the same direction you were.
Yeah.
And so
It could be justified either way.
right. So it's on that like hair's edge of technicality where you probably
Also, he assumed.
shouldn't report Charlie to the next adventuring guild you come to, but at the same time, it's one of those like that's really close to that edge.
Yeah, that's a little.
That's way
Scummy.
too close.
You're on 2 strikes, Charlie.
Lucian, you're right there. So don't steal from making big notes. Yeah, but people start to go to sleep and go into their like
Levite.
meditations. I would like people to make perception checks. Ravi and Sonari with disadvantage. Lucian, I believe, is a straight roll, and Charlie
Yes.
Charlie is a straight roll as well.
This is general perception.
They're
not
both
insight, yeah.
2s.
General perception, not
Actually,
eyeglasses. So it's
Unnatural 20.
This is... God, math. 18.
17.
nice.
Unnatural 20.
I rolled 2 2s with disadvantage.
Oh.
Almost impressive.
It's just the worst thing to roll as a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even get to capitalize on the lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
got a 6 total.
If that changes anything.
So I believe a 26 and a 20 hit Ravi.
Oh!
Uh,
Yes, they do. Certainly.
Wait.
Should I put some battle music on?
Probably should put some battle music on.
Mm.
I just had a particular type of dice that is now not present in front of me, and I don't know what happened.
I got
Oh, there.
shooted.
Brandon.
Or I'm getting like stabbed. I'm
Stabbed
getting
in sleep.
Nazguled.
Bruno, why?
You're meeting the same fate as Aerith,
From
Final Fantasy VII.
Ah.
She got stabbed by a 6-foot long sword.
More like the halfling guy.
yeah.
Ravi, you take 18 points of slashing damage,
Ouchie.
which wakes you up.
Yeah. I would hope so.
Charlie, you are just about to go to sleep. You've been kind of up thinking a lot, and then you hear this like from upstairs. Lucian as well just makes out like of someone who's been struck. And Sonari, you're asleep. And Chris is frozen.
Oh no.
Ravi, you wake up to this gnarled blue face, tiny little nubs of horns, wispy white hair, and like weirdly curved teeth from both the top and bottom jaw, with a claw just dug into your torso. And you wake up, and then there is a mitt of a hand placed over your mouth, and then the hand that comes out of your torso just royal blood.
What?
Royal blood.
Oh no.
So you're all gonna want to roll initiative.
Yeah. I'll roll the red dice because I'm covered in blood now. They wrecked my nice sleep shirt.
19.
Was it
14.
8? Who? What? Who? Huh? I gotta be looking up. Charlie.
14.
Nice. Lucian.
19.
Nice. Ravi.
17.
And what's
I guess
Sonari doing?
15.
Okay. Surprisingly good, all things considered. Now, so first thing to happen, Lucian, you hear a suspicious noise from upstairs.
Okay.
Brings you up out of your meditation.
Damn it. I should have rolled that deception check.
You decided not to. I was like, all right.
Damn.
Lucian, how far is it up the from my room up the stairs?
A certain distance you are not aware of. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm just going to dash as fast as I can up the stairs, towards his room.
Run up the stairs. Okay.
Yes.
You run up the stairs and they take a moment to listen. Make a perception check.
That is I believe a 15.
15.
Yep, 15.
15. You take a pause, but you do not hear which of the rooms it's coming from.
Just gonna start kicking in doors.
Cool. There are 5 doors. Which one do you want to do?
Oh.
Would I know where the? No, I wouldn't know that the chimney.
You'd know basically
She
nothing.
mentioned the chimney goes through his room. Would I know where the chimney is?
No.
I think she said to me, specifically, like while we were upstairs, but
And there's just you have no blueprints of this house. There's no way you would know any of it.
First one on the left.
First one on the left. Cool. Make an athletics check. You're kicking in a door.
Okay.
Ah!
That is a 13.
13. Quack! The door holds. You can try again with your second attack. Oh wait, you don't have multi-attack yet.
No, but I do have the unarmed thing from martial artist.
Yes, but that is specifically an unarmed strike, not athletic checks like shove and things like that. There's a crack, and then you are sitting there with a still shut door.
Ooh.
Sonari, make a perception check again. Again with disadvantage, due to being unconscious.
Okay, well, 10.
10. You do wake up slightly to the sound of something kicking wood.
Oh.
Not 100% sure what it is. Somebody just like kicked a door or something.
Mhm.
It's weird.
That's suspicious.
That
suspicious.
sounds odd.
Anything else from Lucian?
I'm just gonna yell as loud as I can. Get up here now!
Seems excessive for the information you have at the moment, but sure.
I know something's wrong.
Okay. So, Ravi,
Yeah.
you have a claw that has been recently removed from your torso and a big mitt of a hand over your mouth to stop any noise from happening.
And probably any spell casting.
Probably part of the reason. These sort of
Checking to see
yellow
if I have
clouded
any
over
spells
eyes.
that are only.
She's being a little less clean about the where the blood is going, and so it's at this point it's just like all over the lower part of her face. Anything you'd like to...
I guess I probably have to. If I wanted to cast a spell, I would probably have to try and break the grapple of my mouth, right?
If you have a verbal component, yeah, you're gonna need to get that hand off your
Yeah.
mouth.
I will. Yeah, I guess I'll try and get the hand off my face.
All right.
Can I?
yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can give myself inspiration first. Oh, it's other than yourself. Never mind.
Buzz is like,
It's like you can do it. You can do it. Okay, so athletics check, you said?
yeah. You
or
can make
acrobatics,
athletics
right?
or acrobatics.
I will definitely go with acrobatics. Ooh, that's a 25.
Yeah, she rolled really badly. So
I do have expertise in acrobatics.
the arm is just like outstretched on your face, and you just really quick like just grab the wrist, knock the elbow, which like just makes it go and like lean in a little bit, and then you're able to just roll and land on your feet on the side of your bed next to this
I'm just gonna.
this hulking large figure that is filling half the room now, claws out, getting ready to go.
I'm going to shout, "Someone help!"
All right, that'd be your
and
action.
If Lucian can hear me, I can give them inspiration.
You don't know that they're out there.
Okay.
Did they not hear me kick in the door and shout very loudly?
No, he was a little occupied.
Hold on. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. I have to know they're there.
Can you yell?
I did.
Yeah.
I just did.
Do I know which room he's in now?
Not your turn. So,
So with my bonus action, I can do something.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast. I'll cast Healing Word on myself.
Mm.
At 2nd level.
nice. You finally gave yourself that little, you got this.
Yeah.
As a few of the finger holes like seal up a little bit.
It's just gonna. I'm gonna like roll off the bed, I guess.
Mhm.
Like stand up, get in kind of a defensive stance.
Mhm.
And just go shit. And give myself. 10 hit points.
Very good. Charlie and Sonari and Lucian. Well, first you hear Lucian like, "Get up here now!" And they're like, "Somebody help!" And also occurs. Lucian does have eyes on which room she should be trying to kick the door in on, and Charlie and Sonari at this point clearly hear that that's happening and it's going on upstairs. Next up is Sonari.
Alright, hearing that, gonna grab, guess my axe, I suppose, actually, and just run downstairs, my glasses, and run downstairs. Or no, I am
Upstairs.
downstairs, run over to, yeah, the action.
Trying to run upstairs. What is your
Nice.
speed?
It is 40.
40. It looks like
Can I make it?
you would just barely be able to make it. You see, you would pretty plainly see Lucian like is like kicking off of a door, and that was like, but is now turning over to a different door than she was kicking at. So you have a vague idea of which door you should be going for.
Okay. That was my action. Can I just?
That was just your movement.
Go
You
for it
gotta
again.
get up there.
Yeah.
Would you like to rage?
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't see.
And then what would you like to do?
So I just see. I'm frozen, aren't I?
Your video is a little choppy.
Yeah, I need to figure that out.
Understatement.
Hopefully, like your axe.
But
What is the attacker doing? What can I see?
There's
I'm just in the hallway.
there
Yeah.
are shut doors. You can
Shut
see
doors.
Lucian has recently kicked off of a door, and like
Okay.
came up as there was as she kind of like turned and like whipped around to a different, like the next door over, and so you're pretty sure that's the door that needs to be kicked
That's
in
the
or
door.
chopped down or something.
Okay. Yeah. I will kick it. I'm gonna walk up and kick it.
Go for it. Athletics
Okay.
check.
Oh, athletic. Ooh, not bad. +7. 25.
Jesus. Barbarians, yo.
Wow.
Not even raging for the advantage, just Lucian, you kind of turn, you realizing you're kicking at the wrong door, turn to the other door and be like, oh, it's that one, and you kind of like get your staff ready, and then a blur of just green and nerd and axe flies past you, and the doors just kick open. Ravi, right behind you, you feel the gust of wind of like these doors just flying. The hinges are mostly
Yep.
broken, and the door is just like effectively destroyed.
Oh, thank God! A little help, please.
Not God, just us.
And you can see this hulking creature that is this white wispy hair, blue face, curved tusk-like teeth, going off in odd directions, claws out, like a cloak kind of that has been kind of pulled back, in the scuffle, and some wrappings, just covering their basic anatomy. Blood dripping down from one particular claw. A little bit out of your reach at this point, but you still have your bonus action if you want to do anything.
I didn't grab anything else to bring with me. I don't think
Yeah.
so. I would have thrown something, but
Gotcha. Charlie, there is a commotion.
Hey, yo, Ravendick, are you okay? And I'm just gonna book it upstairs.
Kind of right on the tail of Sonari as she runs up and then impressively dismantles the door with her foot. You would need to use your bonus action dash to kind of keep up, but
Okay.
you could get easily in view of this monstrosity.
Cool, I'm gonna shoot it.
Go for it.
Ew.
16? That was almost a natural 20.
Ooh, 16 just hits.
That is 7 damage.
Nice. It is in melee with an ally, so you do
Oh!
get your sneak attack damage.
Oh! Ah! 9 more.
What was the first one?
7.
7. So 16 total.
Thank you, because I cannot do math.
Yay. Arrow finds purchase. Just. You're not royal, but your blood'll do. The creature brandishes both claws and is gonna take 2 swipes at Ravi.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, I guess I'm back on my shit.
Okay, thank goodness.
That's a 9 and an 11.
Missed. Miss.
Miss and miss.
Ah, me and my 14 AC
Right.
doing some work.
Yep. There's the woof woof, and just this like gets a lick of some of the blood off of her lips. Looks at the now assembled crew, and just like looks down at Ravi and is like, "I'll catch you later," and then flies out the window, and then like up over the house, out of you. You have not grabbed your weapon yet, so no
Nope.
real attack opportunity there. Comes to Ravi.
I could do a really wimpy punch, but not a good idea.
Do a wimpy punch.
I'm gonna grab my rapier
Mhm.
and I dive out the window.
Okay.
As I dive, can I turn and look and see if I can see them?
Right. Make an acrobatics check for me.
Cool. Oh, sick. That's a 27.
Indeed. You can see that she's just flown like up above the house and then has turned to like look, and then looks a little surprised as you like go diving like back back to the ground. Rapier
Just
out.
realized I can't execute all of my plan. I was gonna feather fall myself and then like cast slow on them or something.
Oh.
But I can't cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
You can't
So-
if one of them is a bonus action. That is the
Yeah.
only rule that applies there. If a bonus
Oh,
action
so-
spell,
So I
then
could
you
do
can't
one
it.
reaction and one action spell.
You can do an action and a reaction spell. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I want to cast slow. Do I do slow or do I try whole person? I don't know if they count as a humanoid. So I'm gonna
Do not
slow.
look like a person at this point. Slow
I'm
it.
going to shout, "Where you going?" and cast slow. And then I'm going to feather fall myself.
Nice. What's the DC on slow and what's the save?
It is a wisdom save.
Nice. Of a DC
15.
Nice. See them like they kind of like brushing off their clothes and then look confused, and then they look confused and they like, my
Yes.
seems to have taken effect, and then a quick
Nice.
snap, and you feel yourself just onto the grass and kind of roll yourself up into the standing position. Quite a turn
I'm
from
going
Ravi.
to shout back into the room.
Hmm.
They're on the roof. Get them! And I'm going to give. I'll give Lucian a. Actually, no. I'm going to give it to Sonari because they're the one who broke the door down and potentially saved my life.
Nice. We're gonna have Lucian go now, which is my mistake because I messed up my initiative order.
Fine.
Lucian,
cool.
you come up to the window as you get inspired, and you are instructed as to the location of the creature.
How far is the different distance between this window and the roof?
You don't know.
Can I peer out the window and check?
Sure, make a perception check.
That is a 14.
14. You're pretty confident it's like 10, 15 feet to get to the
Yes.
top. It's a little awkward. It's strange footholds and things, but it's doable.
I'll climb up.
Okay.
Oh,
Ravi,
shit.
you watch as Lucian inexplicably takes time to check exact distances before climbing out the window to get to the top
I
of the
was
roof.
hoping if it was like right there, I could just hold onto the windowsill and like swing up, but no.
Let's have Lucian make an acrobatics check.
Hell yeah!
Hey, monk shit.
I have expertise in acrobatics, that's why I'm excited.
Let's
Oh, yeah.
go.
That's a 24.
Nice.
Nice.
Making up some of the time lost in the exact examinations, managed to find some good footholds and roll yourself up to the top of the roof in a completely unnecessary amount of spinning and turning. But you make your way up. Their leg is within your reach. They are just hovering right above the house.
Can I cast a spell?
Your action is yours. You can do whatever you do.
I'm gonna witch bolt the fucker.
Nice. Okay.
Not. Yeah, witch bolt. Witch bolt.
Is
I
Witch Bolt-
haven't got.
Is Witch Bolt an attack? Spell attack or a
yes.
save? Okay.
Spell
We're
attack.
not getting
Make a spell attack with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I
You're
thought.
within 5 feet of them.
You decided to get
Oh.
up to melee with the creature and make a ranged spell attack, so disadvantage attack.
That's still a 15.
That is a. Oh wait, it should be a straight roll. There's metal armor involved instead of electricity spell attack. So
Then should I roll again?
Does Witch Bolt do that?
I thought it did. I might be mistaken. Or thinking of
I think
something else.
usually it like explicitly says.
The DM says it does.
I'll say it's fine. We'll call it a hit. Go ahead and roll
Cool.
your d12.
Cool. That's 8 damage.
Nice.
I'm just gonna throw a javelin of lightning at it.
And there's a link of electrical energy now between the two of you. You and your hand.
What's up? And then I'm going to
Down.
and then I'm going to patient defense.
Sonari.
Hi.
You just see people charging out this window, one after the other.
And the other thing is just slowed, yeah?
Well,
I will.
you don't know that yet. But you know the things
yeah.
up on the roof. You can hear spells and fighting and inspirations flying around.
Yeah. Walk.
Oh, you have the
getting
D8
up
to
there.
use.
Yay! Yeah, I'm gonna follow. Get up there.
Cool. You can make an athletics check or an acrobatics check, whichever you'd like,
Think.
to try
I
to get yourself
prefer
up on that roof.
athletics.
Because you can just like grab what obvious holds and pull yourself up, or you can kind of try to do some acrobatic maneuvers up.
Right. Yeah, athletics it is. Which. That's 15.
Dance into the battle music.
Nice.
Lightning.
Dancing to the sounds of me getting stabbed.
It's 15.
Wounded. Oh yeah, you have no problems. You get
Yeah.
right up, and there is a slowed creature that has a link of electricity between it and Lucian.
Can I get closer and just like grapple them?
You can get right up. Yeah, you get right up
Yeah.
on her and
I'd like to
grab.
do that.
Go for it.
Just
Now you
grab 'em.
could grab or shove to like knock them prone. So whichever way you want to go about that.
Knock prone. Yeah, let's knock prone.
Knock prone. Cool. So make
yeah,
an
yeah.
athletics check. Do you want to
Okay.
rage before you start shoving people around?
I just rolled, so I'm gonna say no.
Gotcha.
For now. Athletics. And it's 25 again.
25.
Yeah. 18.
I'm going to allow something due to how I'm going to decide a 25 versus a natural 1 for a total of 5 works.
A
Uh,
difference of 20.
so you all watch this slowed, massive creature just get like bolted and then get distracted by Lucian, and Sonari just run up, axe in one hand, but then other hand just grabbing the ankle and just doing this jump and slap and
Nice.
throwing down all the way to the ground, kind of down by Ravi.
It's very
Um,
Superman.
Just like landing on top. Do you want to go for a you can't use your axe and maintain a oh, you did the shove. So now that it's on the ground, you can make an axe attack if you'd like.
I
So
am
jump
kind of
down at
trying
it.
not to kill the thing. I'm remembering Bruno being like, let's not spill blood.
That's fair.
Even if it's yeah.
Make an insight check for me.
Okay. Oh no. If that makes sense.
Now I'm wondering who Bruno is.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Insight. It's an 8.
An 8. I mean, yeah, it said not to kill anybody.
Yeah.
But this thing doesn't look close to dying. You're probably not going to end it with one axe.
Right.
So hold on. Did she like throw it down to like on top
Like,
of the roof, or throw it
grab
down
and
to like
then
on the
woof,
ground?
like off of the roof down all the way to the ground.
Damn.
Oh damn. Okay.
They it has taken falling damage, and you still have your
Okay.
extra attack if you'd like.
Can I like? Yeah, I want to jump off and like. Yeah, like Superman.
Throw onto the ground
Attack.
like
Yeah, like a
Superman, and
hero
then
attack
grab an
kind of thing,
axe
Yeah.
like Superman, and
Yeah.
jumping overhead axe
Okay.
attack. Make
Maybe
a
like Thor or something.
make an
Hell
attack
yeah.
with advantage.
That's sick as fuck.
Advantage.
You guys will quickly learn I am the party's #1 fan.
Ravi
Uh,
watches this slow-mo creature get like still sparking lightning connected to it slap onto the ground. You're like, fucking rad! And then this axe coming down.
Yeah. Robbie's like, damn, I gotta write a song about
Shit.
this.
This is metal.
It becomes a. Oh fuck! What is it? Plus 2 attack. Well, I rolled a 19.
Okay, you've
Oh.
hit. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's your your D12 and your strength mod.
Oof. That's a 9.
9 for the damage.
Come on.
Question is
Yes.
whether or not you would like the wolf axe to bite.
I thought that was only on crit. Oh no, let's restart.
The mouths are open on it, so you can make
Yeah.
use of it if you'd like.
Are they prone already?
They're already prone.
They are already prone,
Yeah.
but I'm asking if you'd like the axe to
Yeah. Nah.
bite. Okay.
Nah.
Sounds
Oh,
fair.
man.
Make a... What would this be? Make a wisdom, just a straight wisdom check for me.
Okay. It bead.
Jonah has like
Oh.
kind of an idea what this thing might be, but
Yeah.
like I'm like guessing, but Robbie does not
Gotcha.
probably.
Wisdom check?
Can I use the inspiration?
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
It's a D8 extra,
Not on damage, but you can on like an attack roll
or a skill check.
or an ability check.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Add that D8.
All right. So that makes it 20.
20. You get the
20,
sense the axe wants to bite, like a when a
All right.
like when a
Yep.
wolf, like when a wolf pack is working together and one pulls
Yeah.
something to the ground and the others clamp on. You have that sense.
Is there any kind of like target? Is just like a
I'm just
like a
gonna put it
general
back.
like mental check or like a
It's just an
I can feel
just an
something.
instinct you're getting, yeah.
okay. Okay.
But it's still up to you
Yikes.
if you want to expend a use of the axe to bite.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's. Why
Go
not?
for it.
It's, if it wants it, I'm gonna try to. I'm see what
Make
it does.
go ahead and make your athletics check.
Yeah. Nice. That makes it 26.
26 beat their total of 8 by it. This is a very strong creature, and this is doing very badly right now. I'm changing your dice. You watch the axe bite down onto the thing, and the creature is now pinned to the ground. They're effectively grappled to the ground. So you have, by getting a prone creature with this axe and then expending a use, you found a new use of it where the
Cool.
bite can be expended on an already prone creature to make them pinned. So they are currently pinned to the ground,
Nice.
held in place. Comment from Lucian? It is Charlie's turn, though.
Oh no. I was just trying to figure out the rules on a thing, but I will wait.
Cool. Charlie,
I'm gonna run to the window and try to shoot it in the face.
you go to the window expecting to like turn upward to shoot this thing out of the sky. See it thrown from the ceiling to the ground and then axed. And you observe as the blade of the axe bites down onto the shoulder of this thing, and then as Sonari kind of pulls back to like ready the axe for another swing, you see that axe head slide off of the hilt itself and form almost a spectral wolf form that is pinning this creature to the ground.
That's awesome.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
You just audibly hear Lucian say, "That's fucking awesome."
Charlie, make your attack.
Ooh, that's a natural 17 to hit.
Nice.
So I'm assuming that hits.
Yes, and you do get your sneak attack damage because you have an ally in
Yep.
5 feet.
$22 points of damage.
22. That's a pretty significant chunk. To the point where I do math. Always nice when the DM does math. Okay.
I have an idea that is potentially great, but also potentially very stupid.
There's arrow. It seems not pleased by this situation.
When you opened your mouth, my music lined up, so it was just
Awesome. Yes, good times. I did confuse the baby the other day because when he was grumpy and screaming, I just did my mouth to fit his yell, and so he's like, ah! And I just go, to like match the scream, and he go, ah! And he just got confused, and I was like, all right,
That's
good
always very
buddy?
funny.
He's just like,
Wait a minute.
like, milk, food, and he's like, milk. And I'm like, all right, let's get some milk, buddy.
Are you mocking me?
Yeah. He kind of got that little smile, like, what is this? I have never.
What is this? What is this
I
bullshit?
don't understand.
you
I've never
fuck
seen this
with?
joke before. Like, you're one kid, you haven't experienced anything.
Lullaby.
Yeah.
Can I ask a
Fixing
quick question
cameras.
about
You may
About
not. Hold
my
on.
raps.
So,
I
the.
thought it was my turn. Whoops.
Nope. All right. A pretty heavily wounded creature is down on the ground and is not feeling great. There's the whole thing turns into a mist and starts to float off.
Oh, motherfucker. Hold on, that's not a spell, is it?
A spell has been cast.
Okay, because
I don't.
if the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, I roll a d20, and on an 11 or higher, the spell does not take effect until the creature's next turn, and it must use its next action to complete the spell.
I have never heard that about slow before.
Yeah, it's fun fact.
Well,
Come
there you go.
on.
Roll a d20.
It is an 11.
Ha!
Nice.
Yes. My plans.
Yes.
You see it
So they start
waving its
casting their
hands.
spell.
You see it moving its hands and saying some kind of incantation, and the spell is not taking effect yet.
They're trying to cast a spell. Get them.
That's amazing. All right. I believe it gets a
Try and
save at the
stab
end of
me
its
while I'm
turn on
asleep.
slow. Right?
Pardon?
There's a save at the end of its turn on slow, right?
Let me check.
End of turn kind of thing.
Yes. At the end of each of its turns.
Well, it sure would be great if that mattered. My God.
You come into my place of sleep,
I
and
just,
you try and stab me.
I just need better dice, maybe. So now, Lucian.
I have a couple questions. One,
I assume they didn't.
my
Succeed.
breath weapon counts as an attack for the purposes of my unarmed attack, right?
I believe so.
Second, do I have to hit something with it in order for my wraps to work?
You don't know.
I feel like I've not hit things and then used them. Have I?
If you knew, you would know, but you don't know.
Okay, that's not fair. I'm dumb out of character. I say that like I'm not dumb in character.
I was
Okay,
about to say.
okay. I don't know if this is gonna work. Lucian's just gonna let off some fire to try and charge them up.
Cool. Okay, so just a breath weapon out into nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Are they charged?
There they go again.
Again, you don't know.
Okay. And then I'm going to jump off the roof and punch it.
Nice. Go for it. Make your
Damn, sick
attack
as hell.
with advantage.
That's a natural 20.
Hey.
Nice. You do have
Woggy,
the
woggy.
extra die of fire damage, so double the dice of your unarmed strike and the fire.
So 4d4.
Yeah.
That's 4, 7, 9, 13. 17 points of damage.
Nice.
And as I land, I just go, nobody hurts my friends, god damn it.
Just like, yeah. Like it's got some kind of retort, but it's slowed down too much. All right. That should be the end of your turn, and then it would be going to
Yes.
Revy.
Do I take falling damage?
No.
Okay.
It got
I assume
thrown
I
to the
would
ground
fall.
from the roof. The rest of you can kind of like kind of come down with a little more control.
I
Revy.
assume that the house is not more than 60 feet tall.
60 feet? No.
Okay, so then I would have landed last round. And I'll get up.
Mhm.
And I'll go over to them, the creature.
Yep.
And I will put my sword above them.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I do? No,
You fuck them up.
I'm gonna point my sword. I'm gonna put my sword like to their throat
Mm-hmm.
if I can,
Sure.
and hold my action so that if they try any funny business, I can stab them in the throat very easily.
What do you specifically? What do you want them? Do you want you will stab them if they make a joke, or
If they try and like attack us again,
gotcha.
and I'm going to release slow.
Nice. Sword pointed at the thing's throat, releasing slow. If it makes
Now
sense.
listen here. I have a couple questions for you. And my friends here don't seem very keen on you either. So, you're going to answer our questions, and perhaps we let you live.
Make an intimidation check.
Cool. I am very good at those. Oh no, Steam. Intimidation. That is a 19.
19's pretty good. All right. You make your declarative statements. Sonari, you see this intimidation is happening at the moment. You still have the other end of your axe if you want to swing it. Otherwise, the thing is kind of being pinned down by the spectral wolf that's been summoned by your axe.
I'm going to not. I
Just wait to see how it plays out.
would like to hold an action as well of the I'll swing if they attack.
Cool. Sounds good. Charlie, you see everybody lining up, getting attacks ready if this thing gets hostile, but everybody's kind of waiting to see if this thing will talk or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim an arrow at its face.
All right. The same actions held. The thing was like slowed and it was like it finishes casting the spell. It turns into a cloud of gas.
It can't drop the spell. I guess.
Could have, didn't want to.
Can I
It is no longer slowed. And as
I know.
cloud
Could I use my reaction to
no,
stab it when it doesn't stop casting the spell?
it did not attack anybody.
Okay.
Hostile action was not being made at you. The spell just
Okay.
completed and turned into gas.
Okay.
It flies. Doo-doo-doo. What is the fly speed? 10 feet. Wow, so fast.
Do we still get like op attacks or anything?
That's that's kind of.
I know it's like a cloud, but
right.
can I still stab it?
I'll hit a cloud.
Watch me.
They just tend
Someone's
to dodge
punching
pretty
the
well.
fog in the morning.
It's like me with my rapier, just.
No, you're just trying to poke it.
All right, sounds good. It flies towards the house, provoking attacks of opportunity from anybody within 5 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna punch it with lightning.
Go for it.
Unnatural 20.
Nice. Definitely a hit.
Oh wait, no,
23.
that's a 21 now.
Nice.
23 from me.
Also hits. Sonari.
Oh, I'm
Everybody's-
so sorry.
Everybody's, without a pun, dogpiling on the fart that is trying to escape.
And forgive me, I have, for some reason, completely blanked on how attack rules work.
D20 plus the axe bonus, which is probably plus 7.
Probably. Okay. 18 to hit.
Nice. So that is also a hit. So 6 damage, 10 damage.
10 damage.
Okay, 12.
Ooh, I never actually confirmed. Is my lightning working?
The lightning is not.
I'm restricted to fire now. That's fine.
Right.
That's fine.
12.
You do go to try to punch with lightning and just hit with fist, which
I cast fist.
punches some gas but doesn't do that much. What was Sonari's damage on that?
12.
12.
I also have the blade of hexes, which I think does count as magical. I assume,
Yes.
if that matters.
Cool. And I would say it is flying. The house is not that far away. You all landed right next to it. It is up against the house at this point, and it will be just entering the side of the house. There are some tiny cracks in the foundation that it seems to have flown into.
So, it's like inside the house, like now.
It appears to have flown into the house. Charlie, you watched this happen as well. First up would be Lucian.
It's gone into the house already, or is it just about to go
It
into the
has
house?
gone into the house.
Is there a window nearby where it went into the house?
Cracks in the foundation.
I'm gonna run around to the front door,
All right.
or whatever entrance is closest, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you charge in the front door.
And yeah,
And
can I see it? I'm guessing not.
not where you're at. Not at the entranceway.
Is there a basement?
Make an investigation check.
All right, hell yeah, advantage.
Moon, elf, shit.
16.
16. You do a quick look around, and it takes probably your action to search around properly, but you do eventually find an odd-looking carpet and kick it out of the way, and you see the door to the basement.
Can I just open it? Or do I have to wait?
If you want to burn a key for the extra movement, you could like open it and run down there.
No, I just want to open it.
Then no, you don't have the movement left to get through.
Okay, that's fine.
Ravi, you saw Lucian charge into the room.
I will charge into the room then.
Follow. You see Lucian kicking over the rug where there's a door hatch into a basement.
I assume I can't get to the hatch.
Move and dash, you could get into it. Yeah.
I will do so.
manage to fly it open. You do see a simple ladder that just goes down about 10 feet to like a dirt floor of some kind of root cellar.
Could I try and like hop down and then do like a
It'd be about
roll?
About the end of your double move would be getting to the bottom, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you get to the bottom. Make a perception check.
Alright. That is 21.
21. You get to the bottom and have that quick look around, and through the shades of gray, you can see about half a dozen bodies hanging from chains and meat hooks, some of which have been carved into slightly. Some have just bites missing. There is a series of individuals that have all been stored under this house. Many faces you recognize. The adventurers who left Lady Firehair before you, some other random adventurer type people, the dwarf with half a beard, just people dangling, and
Do I see Orphan?
you do not see Orin at the moment.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't mean he's not down here.
I feel bad for not looking for him now.
Next would be Sonari
We're still in initiative. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna follow.
running after.
Oh.
You see
Oh.
Ravi jump down the hole.
I guess.
You would be able to follow. You'd have a little more movement than him. Go ahead and make a perception check as you get down there.
Can I give Lucian Bardic Inspiration with my
Absolutely.
bonus action?
Yeah, you'd still have bonus action. Bardic inspiration to Lucian.
I give them a thumbs up and then I point down as I jump.
Everything's
like,
good
down
down
the ladder.
here.
It's like a let's do this and then like
Wow.
point down and I hop.
And Sonari's perception?
I'm doing that with advantage.
Yes, glasses and whatnot.
Perception.
There's a mirrored
19.
glasses up. What was that?
19.
19. Looking through, and you have a little more movement to get a little bit deeper, but you do have to kind of dodge these dangling bodies that have been, from the looks of it, stored and have been being harvested for meat. The
Cannibalism is frowned upon in New York.
you remember seeing a bed and breakfast menu of meat,
Oh, no!
meat pies, and you
God.
that would be
We were about to get Sweeney Todded.
We would have been if you had kept the secret. You're a noble.
And you do see this cloud of gas that is like emerging from the this, not cement, but like the stonework foundation is coming through these cracks and things as it's coming into this room.
From the okay.
Yeah, from the wall that makes sense from this thing
Yeah.
was fleeing you into here.
This is karma for saying I'm better than you.
You could get up to it, but you wouldn't have an action left to attack it.
I'll get part way there.
Gotcha.
I'll just get closer.
Charlie, you see everybody running into the house, into the lower floors.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay upstairs and keep it trained in case it comes back out.
Okay, gotcha.
Smart.
Seeing Ravi and Sonari at the bottom of this thing, stops concentrating on its spell and just like appears in the space. And he's like, "This is for me. These are my treats. This is my retirement. Leave.
Ah.
Oh, better yet, stay." Opens its mouth. Need I believe a Constitution saving throw from Ravi and Sonari. I will double check that though.
Cool.
Um,
So cool.
it's
So
gonna be
cool.
real cool. Yep, Constitution saving throw.
Saving.
It's a 19.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm assuming it's not a charm effect.
No.
Cool.
21.
All right. So
You have
both-
advantage on those.
You'll both have. You will both take half damage. So that is.
Cool.
That's 8. 13, 22. Oh, jeez. 26.
Now I
31.
definitely know what
So
this
it'd be
is. But
31 halved
Go
for
with
both
this.
of you to 15 cold damage as a cone of cold
cool.
freezes a cone of dangling bodies. There's a Charlie. You do see this sudden fog, just emerge from the house, but in like all directions as the temperature drops a good 30 degrees in the local area, instantly condensing moisture in the air. But that's its action.
8 degrees. Oh,
And it kind of looks at the two of you still standing there, and it's just like, Ravi, after Lucian.
So
Give my
I go.
initiative first,
I go or Ravi goes.
You go
It'd be
first.
Lucian.
Okay.
You
I'm
see
gonna
this
jump
like
down the stairs.
you see a very recognizable blast
Hey,
of
I did
cold.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump down the stairs.
Yep. You can clearly see it and all of these dangling bodies. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
17.
17. Yep. You can see it right on the other end of this root cellar.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to it and just not burp. Apparently, just inhale and then exhale fire in its face as I unleash my second
Go for
fire.
it. Oh, what is the
And then Lucian burps when
what's
they
the dex save on that?
fire.
I'm just a dragon slayer burp fire. I believe it's a 14 now.
14. Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll your damage. It's like 2 dice of your
2d4.
2d4.
Yes. Not great. 4 damage.
All right. That is...
And then unarmed, just uppercut it.
Go for it. Bonus action. Pop.
Also just sticking to fire this time.
Sure.
Unnatural 20.
That's a hit. Yeah.
I'm gonna hex it. Oh, sorry. I thought
Oh,
you
yeah.
said Rocky.
Not quite up yet.
My bad.
But
Okay, that's much better. That is another 10 damage.
nice.
How's it looking?
Pretty rough. What's been weird is as you've been watching it, you all keep hitting it, and then hitting it and hitting it, and you see spots where you've hit it healing as the fight continues.
We have to hurt it faster.
That is your action, bonus action, and stuff. Going into Ravi.
I'm going to.
Hex.
Yeah, I'll hex it.
What
bonus
ability
action.
score check do you want it to have disadvantage on?
Strength.
Strength checks. Cool.
Just in case it tries to grapple someone again.
The shadows around, almost peeling off of some of these bodies, wrap around the thing, holding it in place, ready for you to strike it.
And I'm gonna do like a little. And I'm gonna go plunge my rapier into him.
Go for it.
I got a little piece of chocolate stuck in my throat.
No!
Alright,
Attack.
that is a 16.
16 is a hit.
Hey,
With the extra d6
so that's-
damage.
yeah, and then a D8 from my rapier, and then a D6 from
Hex bonus d6.
X. And yeah, let's dump in one of my bardic inspiration thingies for an extra D8.
Swords.
I'll do the defensive one.
Cool.
So I get a +5 bonus to my AC, and it takes 18 damage.
Oh, yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's looking pretty messed up. Go ahead and make another perception check for me.
Okay. 14 or 12. Sorry.
All right. Lucian and Ravi, as you are over there beating on this thing that looks like it's barely holding on, you do see dangling off to the right is a at least unconscious dwarven wizard boy
No!
who arrived here on his own, wanting a break from the road,
Motherfucker.
and is currently on a meat hook within a few feet of you. Sonari, you are watching as these two pile on this creature and watching it near death recognize the like, oh yeah, we got this, we're about to win this thing, and then you see a look of shock and horror as Ravi and Lucian look just off to the side, just out of view of what you can see, and you've easily put the two and two together.
Robbie just, you bitch! As, like, on my next turn, I go to stab them again.
There is a shock and an anger looking back down at the creature, but it is Sonari's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rage.
I feel like if Robbie could rage, he would be too.
As with Lucian, Lucian's just eyes have flames in them. Just bitch.
And I want to reckless attack.
Yes.
Nice.
Go for it. Attack with advantage.
Yeah. They're both 12, so that's cool. Oh dear. Wait, that makes it. Oh no. 19 to hit,
Oh yeah, definitely a hit.
and then loop and lash.
Got your D12
Got it.
plus 4.
9, so 13.
13.
Oh, 6 plus, for my raging,
Oh yeah,
right?
plus 2
Yeah,
more.
so
Or 3 more, or whatever it is. I think it's 2 more.
damage.
The other axe head buries down into the creature, and it drops to the ground, blood spilling out on the dirt.
Still alive though, yeah.
Charlie, you can hear from the mist as you keep a trained eye waiting to take a shot. You hear the rage scream of Sonari from the basement, which she's been pretty measured even in combat scenarios. Doesn't just rage for any random reason. So when you hear this combat's been going on for a sec, and you're like, hearing the rage scream is a little concerning.
I'm just gonna stay there in case this thing tries to flee.
Right.
Okay.
Lucian,
Is combat over?
as far as you can tell.
Yeah, as soon as I see the thing drop, I'm gonna raise a hand, look at Orin, and use my healing light on him.
Okay.
While he's on the hook.
Yeah.
How many dice do you want to burn?
Who wakes up? Ah!
Is
Lucian does not think things through.
I'm just saying it's funny.
Yeah, both.
Lucian's there. Both of them? Alright, go ahead and roll your 2d6.
Yeah. That's 11 hit points.
Nice. You see the boof of the energy radiate out from the body. Nothing happening.
God damn it!
As that energy hits the lifeless body of Orin, just swaying slightly from, you imagine, the momentum of all of the movement that's been happening around the house.
I'm just gonna look down at the monster, reach down and sear its face. Just fuck you.
It does not react.
I figured, but
Sonari.
Oh, okay.
Angie.
So
Lucian Angie.
from what I gather, it has fallen.
Yes. The face is burned and smashed in a little more
Okay.
of this creature.
A second attack. Okay.
Oh yeah, second attack.
Yeah,
The axe already been buried into it an additional time.
Just
one
extra one for good measure.
A couple
You
beats. A couple beats pass. None of you have seen Charlie for a good half a minute. You imagine they're doing their sniper thing where they're up on the roof waiting for a good shot. And you look over and you can see the body of Orin and know that you would have to go tell Charlie.
Yeah.
Could have him revived.
Do you have that ability,
You have
Lucian?
I said we could have him revived, not
Oh.
I can revive him.
Where?
I believe you cucked and murdered the last person you knew who could do that. Except for maybe Lady Firehair.
And at best, they're a week away.
Yeah.
Damn
it!
Should have that
Lucian
as
and Ravi could make Arcana checks.
That's 17.
And Lucian?
I'm making one as well?
Yes.
I only heard you tell Robbie.
Oh, yep, both of you.
That's a 13.
13. Lucian doesn't really know time frames for these things. Ravi, you believe that there is a spell that Lady Firehair probably uses called Raise Dead, which was used on Charlie's girlfriend, which works on someone less than 10 days expired. He was about a day ahead
We're
of
more
you.
than 10
Whether or not
days
you
away,
can
I
get
think.
back there in 9 days seems unlikely.
Optimistic at best.
Right.
I'll put my sad music on.
You all have a beat. The ice in the air with licks of flame remaining off of this thing's like hair and cloak and things.
Is it still healing?
No. You watch it pretty carefully for a sec. It is dead.
Lucian's just gonna growl and say, "This is what's gonna happen if we don't finish what we started. If we don't succeed in getting those diamonds, more people could die. People we know."
Why do you think I'm here?
Exactly.
Sonari, help me with the body.
I'm gonna unmeat hook it.
Yeah.
Pulling them down. There's a there is a body that it looks is like one step farther in that is also dead and chained up on a meat hook, but it has not been, neither have been carved on in particularly. You can see the marks from claw attacks similar to Ravi's that likely ended his life, but other than that there's no bites or carvings that have been taken out of either of them. There is a, they were, oh geez, I got like 3 books on my notes now. There's a dwarven man who is has sort of just like sharp like maybe 3-inch long beard that's been formed in like to a sharp point, almost faux hawk style, but on the chin, who is hanging nearby, and it looks like he has not yet been stripped of equipment or anything. Is hanging there like fully equipped, has been like wrapped up. Is probably the most recent person to have fallen victim. Lucian.
Every single one of these people, are they the faces that I saw?
Yeah.
Everything matches up.
I did it, but damn it.
Want to take Orin out to like outside.
Yeah.
Take him like across the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna start digging a grave.
Gotcha. With Sonari's help, easy enough to get up the ladder and head out that direction.
I'm gonna follow and say, wait, shouldn't we give the body to the father?
We can't just
No.
go back.
You're right.
We can, when we get to the Dwarven City, we can
And send word.
send a message, I guess, letter or magical, to him. We don't even know who he is. To at least tell him where he is.
So he can come get the body.
Yeah. Or pay his respects, whatever.
I imagine as we're going out. Have we gotten? Does Charlie know
You
yet?
you get outside. Charlie, make a perception check. They're technically a different face of the house, but
18. Sorry.
Mike stuff. You do spot them. You spot people coming out. It looks a little odd because they're coming out slowly, and they are. You see it's Sonari and Ravi together working on taking a body. But with the 18, you instantly recognize a mortally wounded Orin. Claw marks visible even from here. Being respectfully taken out and moved across the way here in the middle of the night, looking for a spot to lay him to rest.
Charlie is going to sprint the fuck down.
You only make it about 30 feet out of the house before Charlie's up on you.
You're too late.
You tried to heal him, bro. Like,
What do you
Yes,
think the first thing I did was? I'm sorry, it just...
He's gone. We are just.
And you all can see he's got a mostly healed but still slight shading visible black eye from some hit he had taken at some point, a week ago.
this is my fault.
No, it's not.
You didn't
It's
make.
another casualty of my inaction.
It's not your fault either. It's none of our faults. Or, if it's all of our fault, okay? I'm gonna be honest, we treated the kid like shit.
Could have done something, Lucien. I could have done something. And again, someone dies because I didn't.
I'm gonna walk up
Tell
to
me how
Ravi.
it's not my fault.
You couldn't have known.
I'm gonna walk up to Ravi and punch him in the face.
Make an attack.
Robbie's surprised.
It's a 17.
It hits.
Yeah. Roll damage.
I see him just like right in the nose.
Okay, that's only like 5 damage.
Sure. Ravi,
Yeah,
take
yeah.
5. Ravi, are you still up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
You took a solid claw earlier, so.
Yeah.
But what if it was your fault? Can you do anything about it now? People make mistakes. We fuck up. Some more than others, but we can't change those. We just have to keep going. Figure out, try to be better next time.
And out of everyone here, you were the only person that was actually kind to that kid. Fuck, let me see your bag.
Hand it over.
I pull up the crown and I put it on Orin's head. If I hadn't been as fucking shitty to him, if I hadn't gotten us pulled in by the fucking guild,
Not your fault either. You couldn't have known. None of us could have. Can any of us see the future?
We could have tried to look out for him better.
Maybe
Just-
so.
Oh,
But there's no point dwelling on the past. I've done that enough.
I'm just gonna lay him, and I'm assuming we already dug it up.
And Lucian's gonna kneel down and pray. Just give him a quick prayer to the Raven Queen to hopefully give him a pleasant afterlife.
Charlie, you kind of are looking down at this with a lot of emotions, but entering your peripheral is a silver, shimmery, like 2-dimensional wolf
I shoot
head.
it.
There's a
Oh.
some metal pane next to your face of a carved out wolf head with this spectral wolf body behind it. Kind of,
Oh,
the spectral wolf walks up to Sonari, and then as your axe kind of gets down to its head level, the blade reattaches, and the mouth is shut, but it's now reattached to the axe.
Ooh.
That's so fucking cool. Okay.
Fuck.
Rest in peace, Orin. We're sorry.
Before they start digging the grave, I'm gonna put in the necklace that I stole that's worth a fuck ton of money. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in there.
The grave is dug, body placed within with a fair amount of valuables with it, and the body is buried.
Then Lucian just performs last rites. Just
Ravi looks back at the house. Let's burn it.
Lucian's hands catch fire, and it's just like, God, I agree.
Wait, can we get like our stuff from upstairs first?
Yeah.
I figured that was a.
And probably the
What about the
horses,
other
too.
bodies?
They're a little far gone. And we have no idea who they are.
They deserve burials, though, don't they? How many bodies were down there?
Besides Orin, around 7
Okay.
in
I
various
thought there was like
states
a dozen.
of various states of amount of body left.
Is there anything I see that I can, like, we can mark the grave?
There are plenty of like wood posts, and there's plenty of this. Well, the home itself is made of like wood, which could be pulled apart to make signs,
Yeah.
and things like that. Chair
It's like
pieces
no-
and whatnot. It was effectively an adventurer's bed and breakfast between 2 major settlements, so it's got lots of materials that can be harvested and used in particular. Lucy?
Alright.
There was a dwarf down there that was really recent, right?
Yep.
He was definitely dead though, as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beardy.
I was gonna say
beard.
I was at least gonna say we should at least bury the the ones who are still full, like full bodies. How's that sound?
There's fewer there than I thought there were. So like, burying 7 others is not as big a deal. So I think Ravi gets to work.
All right. Between all of you going down and helping out, let's have Charlie make a perception check. There is a lantern that can be lit and brought down with you to provide light into the downstairs while you all work.
15.
15. You do notice as you're all getting in there with light, there's a you see the organization to it, and it's pretty straightforward of like the ones that are currently being chewed on, for lack of a better term, are closest to that entrance point, and then they kind of get more recently killed on the farther back, and you can see one body in particular that is in the oldest deaths, but has not been like carved at all. It seems to have been kept pretty pristine, and except for the head facing the wrong way, is unspoiled. But you can clearly recognize the face of the woman that greeted you for this bed and breakfast type thing.
Ooh.
And it looks like she's been frozen into a corner. Successive layers of ice seem to have been applied, and in order to preserve the reference, for lack of a better term, for this thing's disguise. Looking through the bodies, you can piece that through that this has been going on for a little while. There's unsure of how many total have lost their lives to this place, as any more carvings made off of the oldest bodies would have made them useless and likely taken out and buried somewhere. No telling where in the forest. What remained uneaten would be a good spot. Looking through them, there's just an assortment of adventuring types. There's not much to be found, like gear-wise. They seem to get stripped down of their valuables after a little bit. The one in the corner who you all have not seen before. The other 6 are people you recognize from other taverns and adventuring places. Not necessarily people you talked to, but people you just kind of, oh, I remember them. They were getting a beer when we stopped in for dinner at that tavern. The one you don't recognize, the one with the faux hawk beard, is fully equipped, ready to go. Hand crossbow at the side with a little box of bolts. As you go to kind of pull them down, you can see a pretty up tight to the chest pouch that is hidden within their clothes. Taking a look inside as everybody's been moving the bodies, you can all see there's 4 medium-sized, well-cut diamonds that would probably go for 1,000 gold each, and 13 smaller but also polished diamonds, probably worth 100 gold each.
How much did we need?
15,000 total.
And how much did we already have?
10,000 about.
You need a total of 25,000.
Oh.
And you had 10, so you need 15 more thousand.
I mean, still another 2,000.
For 1,000 gold gems and 13 100 gold gems. But you gather that this was someone who has completed the mission of going and gathering diamonds and was bringing them back when they were...
So that was 53.
5,300 worth of
okay.
diamonds.
I'm gonna, after we finish burying the bodies, I'm gonna search the rest of the house to see if there's anywhere the valuables would have been put.
Sure. Anyone taking any of the other stuff off of this guy? Pretty much just has... The one thing that is a little odd is that he does not have a sidearm. There's no sword on his side. There's no short sword or dagger or anything. There's a little pocket knife, and then which would not be useful in a fight at all. And there's just the hand crossbow. Seemed to be this adventurer who was completing his task. Seemed to be his only mode of doing things.
I'll take the hand crossbow.
After helping for a little bit, Charlie's gonna go sit in the stables and fucking drink.
There's a familiar looking donkey that you, as you walk in and see that donkey, and it seems like a good place to start that drinking.
Yeah, I drank everything that's in my flask.
Are there any other horses in there?
Yes. If you go over to the stables, there are indeed 3 mature, ready to ride horses. One of which has its leg bandaged, and seems to be recovering from an injury. But 2 of them at least are fully ready to hop on and ride. Plus a donkey and a cart.
I'll take them out and tie them off across the road, just so that they aren't in a barn that might catch fire when the house does.
Mm.
How close are the
Just in case.
trees? How close are the trees to the house?
No, not right against it. There's a little clearing between, because there is there's actually quite a bit. There's maybe 40 feet of open grass before you actually hit the tree line.
So it's
I would
Probably
enough
on
to
like
probably not start a forest fire.
like. Are we just gonna walk away from this when we're done? We are.
Oh, I assumed we were just gonna
It is the middle of the
long
night.
rest.
Everyone's pretty
Yeah,
tired.
we were gonna
still.
long rest
Yeah.
across the road. I figured.
yeah, just long rest and watch it burn.
I'm before everything was burned. I would like to grab things, to make a marker and start carving a little headstone.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Start working on some headstones.
Yeah.
And then some of you are searching the house. Charlie, make an investigation check for me. Although
Oh,
you're-
I'm not. I'm just drinking.
Oh, I know.
I'm-
But go ahead and make
I'm
an
the one.
investigation check.
Okay.
And then Lucian, go ahead and make an investigation.
7.
Nice.
That is a 19.
19.
I rolled
Um,
an 18 and a 19 because I have advantage.
You go through a lot of spots. You look through each of the rooms. You find that several of the rooms have blood splatter. Those that have a big enough window to be entered. There's evidence of dry and wet. This has been going on for a little while. One that looks like it's in the process of being cleaned to be presentable again. You eventually in like a side study find a little like back of the shelf drawer, and out of it is a little like itinerary that has been filled out, and it's part incoherent ramblings. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, and Draconic.
Gotcha. You don't recognize about half of the book. Everything is written in a language you don't understand. You do get to a from the front of the book back. It's just these incoherent ramblings that you're not able to understand. And then in the back of the book, heading forward, seems to be like a record, like itinerary type of thing.
Okay.
Again, you don't recognize the words being used, but when it comes to the numbers, have some commonality. And
Do I recognize the
I'm
script?
still describing. There's
sorry.
The series of numbers look like possibly coin values that are being recorded and marked. So you seem to have some kind of itinerary of things that have been gathered.
Okay, I'm gonna head outside to where we're planning to camp.
Gotcha. Ravi.
Would Robbie know what it was we fought?
Make I would say you can make an Arcana check. Yeah.
All the ones that have been rolling hot all night. That is 16.
16. It resembled an ogre.
An ogre.
But one that could, but a twisted one that had some kind of strange magics. So I don't believe you are. You remember rumors of things like ogres that can disappear and fly, but you don't remember any more specifics about them.
Might be useful. And I have 2 empty vials, and I want to take some of its blood.
Cool. Two
Because who knows?
2 vials of, for reference, Oni blood.
Hey, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, makes sense. Just heard a "no, what did you do?" from the other room, and I'm like, oh boy.
God.
It could be a baby breaking something, or it could be a baby touching a toy that was not approved by the other child. We'll have to find out later.
Oh, damn.
Charlie, you are drunk in a barn. You feel a nudge at the side of your head as the donkey. It seems to have gotten your attention. You are currently alone with, but you can hear everybody kind of working over at the house. The scoops of soil and chains that rattle as people get taken down.
What are you looking at, you asshole? I know, it's my fault. You don't have to bug me about it. Look, I'm sorry, okay? Fuck, and I'll get up and I'll move to the other side of the barn.
There's a bit of a like.
Fuck do you want with me? What's he?
You go look and there's the looks like there's a little like half barrel, where some apples are being kept.
Thanks for the tip, and I go and I start eating one.
They're not
Oh,
that
could
great.
I-
They're a little mushy. Make a perception check for me.
I'm
Could I
just
also-
kidding, man, and I give the horse one too.
Could I have grabbed like saddles and things too if there was
Grab what?
like riding equipment?
Grab
Could I have grabbed like riding equipment when I got the horses as well?
Wait, oh, riding equipment? It's all out in the barn.
14.
Was it?
14. You do spot there's a split in the floorboards, under the half barrel with the apples.
No, okay, I'll just move the barrel to the donkey and I'll lift it up.
There is a spot where the boards have been carved and a dagger could be wedged and lifted up, without, they're not hammered down or anything, they just come loose. You see a pile of, it's a slightly sectioned off, a little board has been wedged in to make a little like dividing line, in this like rectangular hole. On one side are a series of trinkets and keepsakes. You see a lucky rabbit's foot. You see an ironic lucky rabbit's foot. You see a couple of holy symbols tossed down in there. You see like a cracked like third of a crystal orb that's shoved down there. Just a bunch of random, you imagine, people's personal effects. Things that would be suspicious if found randomly out in the forest, so tucked away under some floorboards. On the other side, you can see an open pouch with a bunch of coin in it. Looks like a pouch nearly filled with gold pieces.
I'm gonna yoink all of them.
All of the everythings?
All of the everything.
All of the everythings. So, real quick, just for the sake of details. Where are you?
And if you could message all of those to me again so I can write them down, please. I got the cracked orb and rabbit's foot, and the
So, rabbit's foot, the third cracked crystal sphere.
Yep.
There's you see a small stone block, and when you pick it up, it has no weight. There's a small, like, little weightless stone cube.
Okay.
There's you see there underneath those, there's a small glass jar that has a dead sprite in it. There's a very, very tiny there's a small candle. It's there's a small like piece of parchment that's been folded around it. You kind of fold it open and it just says like, why can't I light this? There's a there's a glass jar that's got some sort of like white to yellow opaque loose liquid in it, and it's labeled Griffin cheese.
Don't like
Gross.
that.
Pussy Griffin cheese.
Sea Griffin cheese. And then there is a small silver skull about the size of a coin.
Were those just all trinkets from the PHP?
I mean, a lot of them were.
Cool. And then the coin.
Coin 519 gold pieces.
Damn. Tay-pog.
Lucian, as you are going through this journal, you have added up the numbers. Some of them are kind of all over the place in their amounts, but you kind of tally everything up. You do come to 519 on the total of the numbers in the book.
Alright, I'm gonna pocket the book for later, hope somebody else can translate it. And I've cleared out all the other rooms, correct?
Yep, you guys have checked everything, and then your rooms are the pristine ones. There's one or two other clean ones, and then one that was being cleaned, and then a bunch of the other rooms are all in disarray. Sonari.
While I was completely zoned out for the beginning of the cleaning out things, did we search for like where the dead people's things were? Like,
That's what I
People
was
have been
doing, yeah.
looking
Oh, that's
around. It seems like they've been mostly stripped of their things, but most of their
Yeah.
things are not being found immediately on the property.
Probably somewhere else, honestly.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna step outside and just say, does anybody have any oil?
I'm gonna knock on the barn where Charlie is.
Charlie,
Yeah.
you've just pocketed. You just finished counting your coin out.
Okay.
Dunk, dunk.
We're about to light it up. Don't know if you want to be in here or not when that happens.
No, I want to watch, and I'll bring the donkey and a bunch of apples out.
What about the horses?
I already got the horses
Ah, okay.
and the riding equipment.
Does anybody have any oil?
I do.
Okay.
I also do if we need it. If we need more than one, but I think one will probably set it pretty good.
There's just a moment of reverence, and people set up oil and wood from nearby the wood stove that's inside, and set up a strategic way of just burning this to the ground.
Did anyone check like the cash register?
Charlie, make a deception check with.
That was a genuine question.
Right.
23.
Did anybody find the coin for this place?
I wasn't looking.
I'll go check like the register.
No register to speak of. You all handed the
okay.
coin over to the lady.
No? Did you find any coin?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Why do you sound disappointed that you're telling the truth?
Because you asked. I'm not disappointed that I'm telling the truth. I'm just disappointed that that you asked, because I had to tell you. I give each of you 125 gold pieces.
Oh.
And that's honest. I divided it.
Sweet.
Thank you, Charlie.
Now that we're done, I believe a little bonfire is in order. And Lucian takes a deep breath and exhales flames and just lights all the oil on fire.
Without too much issue, the house catches and goes aflame here around 3 in the morning or so, with people not having had a rest in particular.
Yeah.
eyes tired, heat from the house starting to radiate outward. Getting an okay look at it. Doesn't look like there's much risk of it, like burning down the forest or the barn. There's a pause and watching of all of this burn, and then from behind you, from the road, you can hear someone be like, "So it's closed then." You kind of look back and see like a couple confused looking adventuring types just like,
it's... Apologies, it's quite a long story.
There were dead bodies in the basement. Come
It
chill
was
with us.
very haunted. Very,
Okay, Sam.
very haunted.
turns and whispers a little bit. Somebody like looks, there's like their wizard in the back who looks a little wide-eyed, and like a drow man, a little goatee, just like pulls out like a little like pearl and like crushes it, and then a little like bubble pops over all of them. They're like just off the road, and they're like, it's this opaque orange dome, just appears. One of them sticks their head out and goes, "We're good, thanks. You all have a good evening," and like leans back in, into their little dome.
That's valid.
Hey, bud. Hey. Oh yeah.
I believe I need a goddamn drink and a goddamn nap.
There's a of the probably the alcohol storage from the smell of it, from inside the house, and then as one wall burns away, a mattress kind of falls out and burns, and your request for a drink and a nap appear to be in front of you.
Interesting.
Charlie's
It's
just
like Char's back in, just no.
The alcohol.
Not the room.
I don't think Lucian's not going to be drinking for a while after what happened last time.
You should still
Charlie?
be hungover.
Charlie's just gonna go sit by Orin's grave until they fall asleep.
Gotcha. You all set up tents essentially with 2 fresh, 1 wounded, and your donkey in mounts, grazing and resting themselves nearby. And we will call it there and see you all next week, where I will attempt not to traumatize you as much.
Every week, Jeff.
Oh man.
Come on.
We had 1 week break, and then you just traumatized us again.
No, I liked it. It's good. Good
Man.
gameplay. I like fucked up stuff.
Start off.
Damn.
Oh my. If there's nothing else for the general audience, we'll be cutting the stream. But yeah, what scenario up to?
I do just like really quick, very very simple, and honestly not worth it. But I wrote up the grave and wanted to read. Do I know Orin's last name? Or here lies Orin, bravest among us, and then just very simple ornamentation as much as I could.
Orin, bravest among us.
I also want to go sit by Charlie, and just like put my hand on their shoulder.
Right.
I don't like physical touch.
I take my hand
I
off their
appreciate the sentiment. Thanks.
shoulder. I just kind of, nudge them with my elbow.
Bit of a sibling respect almost between the two of them, and the
It's a good way to describe
the
it.
glowing embers of the house as the other adventuring party has like a fighter come out and just like, it's just fucked up. He kind of walks into the forest to relieve himself before hopping back in in their dome. But you all get the rest of your rest for the evening, having to keep watches and things that you probably wouldn't have had to do inside the house. But you will awaken
I
the
wasn't
next
gonna
morning,
sleep in there.
able to discuss your next moves, which are probably to continue northward. We will see people next week, where I will do my best to find something.
We need a beach episode.
Each episode.
I did do the you go down into the dramatic shadowy underground layer, which turns out to be fun casino time.
You
But,
did. That's
you
true.
know,
You did, but then you traumatized us with the spooky man.
I didn't make you go to the spooky man.
Yeah.
I was
You're
gonna
right.
let you just
No,
go
you're
on
right.
by.
Charlie made us go to the spooky man.
It's a little true.
And okay, as much as Charlie Lucian was a little responsible as well for that. That's,
A little.
it was
Listen, the gestures intrigued me. I
Gross.
wanted to check them out. That bear
Gross.
thing was cool.
Ew, no.
It reminds me of the sign outside of the gas station in House of a Thousand Corpses that's just like smiling and laughing and waving.
I don't know what that is,
Like,
but I
wow,
hate
these
it.
animatronics at Disney are getting really good.
Feel bad. It's not fun.
Pretty Fazbear.
All right. We'll see everybody next week. Stream out.
Remember proper fingering.
Proper fingering. Check your fingering.
Said sadly.
It said that we didn't really keep on our fingering as much
Remember
this
to
week, but
finger.
we'll work on it.